You guys are tuning in to the Lavish Journey
podcast. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So if I stop moving, time is the us trying to log actions happening in space-time. So if I move from here to here, there was a transition of something there, but it took an amount of something.
Of something, yes, but not time. You just
you know what I mean?
From place to
yeah,
place.
but like we measure it just because that helps us. You know what I mean? Through the mathematical process.
Like you said, how everything has no purpose. Like just you know, I don't know, hyper focus on
purpose.
Activities or like being somewhere.
We're drawing purpose in the air.
Yeah, literally.
That's what we
making
do.
Up things.
Mm-hmm.
What is purpose?
Nothing. Based off of this conversation,
it gets depressing.
It gets depressing.
Purpose is everything to me, though.
Yeah, man. But your purpose is just what matters to your heart. Like, so I think what matters
that's purpose.
So what matters to your heart, though? That's the deeper question. So why do the things that matter to you matter to you? So I think it's just because something happened to you at a childhood point when everything was fresh, and it just, and it stuck. I swear.
Like a lifelong pattern.
The subconscious, your subconscious.
It's like something that, like an original ripple. And from that point on, that ripple was vibrating through this being, and it just, eventually, by 40, it encapsulates who they are. But that's why I think it's like between the ages of like 2 to like 6 or something like that.
Very instrumental.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I got it.
So is 2 to 6 the critical ages for learning all that stuff?
I can imagine.
Like by 6, kids are very developed in their minds, personalities, very perceptive.
They can talk?
Yeah.
Where'd they learn
they
that?
Have math skills. And it just comes just from them sitting next to other people that do that and picking that up. Like
you're rippling them. That's
crazy.
What a baby starts like. Like, you ever looked at somebody's baby in like the line at the store and they're just like looking at you? It's like a blank slate. They're just watching every motion of your face.
A new mind. Oh my gosh. Like, it's crazy that we can literally just have these humans that are just blank, new, know nothing, and completely mold them.
But are they blank?
Wow.
That's a deep question.
That is. Yeah.
Are they? Like what? If you come off of like people that believe in like past lives or something, like, or if you have is that a past life manifesting in a different way, and how does that affect people? Because this is why I don't necessarily go with that necessarily, because it's like,
what, past lives?
Yeah, because I'm like, how if I had a past life that I was this or that or the third, and I can imagine that, because there's some things that you're like, I don't know why I know that, or you feel
or you have a sense of deja vu, but you've never done that thing before,
like, or you feel about a situation,
like you're a person, the energy between you and another person. It's like maybe in a past life
somebody like that.
Like you met them before.
Yeah, so but I'm like, if that is the case, then why can't I access any of that?
But like you said, if somebody's rippling into you, like teaching you these new mannerisms and how to be, all of that's going to get pushed to the back into your subconscious. So you have glimpses of those moments, but you can't fully experience them because all these new experiences and things you're learning are being shut into. You
can't remember them.
Yeah, it's like repressed almost.
And that's what you call you. That's what I think is the I.
Ego.
Yeah. So what is that? That's just a bunch of stuff that already been here.
Yeah.
So like, I think, so when you ask someone's opinion, they're like, so what is your opinion? You're just accessing their library of things that happened to them.
Their past experiences, because all we are our experiences. We know what we've been.
But if we just establish that time doesn't exist, is it all happening in one moment, or is it happening in a series of moments? What is
series of moments?
I feel like it's all in one moment, though.
I mean, it's only your present.
I feel like it's only that moment.
Everything is happening right now. The dinosaurs are still here right now. Think about it. If I just walked from here to there, or from there to here, right? And you say, can you look to that direction? Can you like look there?
And
where
see where
I was just there. You just saw I was there. But where is that now? Where is it? Everything else we do stays. But where is that time that phone is not there anymore?
It's the energy.
You can't look that way. That's the next dimension. Right? So imagine if something could look back and forth in time just by moving like this. But we only have up, back, forward, up, down. You know what I mean? But imagine if you could turn, like, after you go all these directions, you know what I mean? There's another one. And you turn out. Like, they have video games on Steam that you can download and play where they simulate that reality.
Word.
Where you press an extra button on the controller and it turns you in another dimension. You can walk, then press that button and turn back and be in a different area. So you effectively teleported in the other world.
What?
That sounds wild, man.
Look it up on Steam. I'll
So,
look it up.
so I got a question for you then. So, do you believe in time travel?
No.
That's what it sounds like in a way. I don't know. I don't either.
I believe
that's what it sounds like.
You're not traveling
You're going
anywhere.
back to a moment. Like, you're going back to an experience. You're not going back in time.
But everything is in waveform when we're not
That's hard to
there.
explain.
Like, as an observer. Like, when you're... Like, Schrodinger's cat says if you have a cat in a box and you, like, close the box and you leave the box for some time. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this exactly. But you don't know if the cat is dead or alive until you open the box. But is the cat dead or alive? There's no way to know until you open the box.
Or what about...
But doesn't that put the cat in superposition to where the cat is alive and dead at the same time until you open to verify?
But you won't know until you confirm it, though.
But where is the cat?
The cat's in a box.
But is he alive or dead?
You won't know until you open that box.
But what? You're not answering the question.
but see, that's I don't know because I didn't discover it yet. I didn't see it.
But that's what I'm saying. So the cat is effectively in like a superposition. He's dead and alive. Both of those are equally probable. They're 50-50.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, I mean, from that point of view, sure.
Yeah, so
that's a mind fuck.
Yeah, it is. But I still can find out what that cat is, though. I can open that box up. All
right, I'm gonna open this bitch.
This motherfucker alive now. No, that's real though. I never thought about like where do you get that from?
I don't even know. To tell you, probably somewhere on YouTube, maybe a YouTube video.
YouTube is dope.
Try like if you want
YouTube.
stuff like that, try something like ASAP Science.
ASAP Science.
Yeah.
I think YouTube taught me everything. I remember back in high school, I used to work on the car, and I go on YouTube, watch a video, and teach me how to do everything.
Yeah.
And I save like $250.
People don't use the internet, man. The internet is a
They
powerful
don't.
tool.
There's a wealth
this
of
generation.
information.
So y'all don't use the internet?
Everything is there.
No, we said we
That's
do.
the Akashic
Oh, okay.
record. That's
Yeah.
everything a human being knows up to now. Somebody put it on the internet already.
Somebody got everything on the internet.
So if you want to find out pretty much whatever, I mean, you can
Google it.
Google it.
You can ask
YouTube
your
it.
phone now. They made it even
Within
easier.
0.1
Oh, your
seconds.
your phone actually listens to
Yeah,
it. It tells
you
you
can
like, oh
ask.
yeah, we got the answer.
Man.
I find like the internet has too much access that overwhelms a lot of people. Because like y'all say, you know what I mean? There's a lot of shit out there.
Can't take it.
Yeah, yep.
It's
so
like putting
much,
a kid
though.
in a candy store. You're going to want to indulge all your senses of
Uh-huh.
everything it has to offer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you can't really, a lot of people can't really focus on one point and
Right.
just,
And then they're
Well,
training our minds with like Instagram and Facebook and things, right?
yeah.
So we have really short attention spans. Like I think it's like I don't
Mine
know.
is
Don't quote me.
terrible.
Below 14 seconds for average.
Below 14 seconds.
Yeah. So before
we don't
somebody
stick
like
to
you're
it for
talking to
shit.
somebody and before they be like something distracts them. You know what I mean? Like it's probably like something like 14 seconds. Just
Dang.
because of what we do. Like this is our life. Everybody, not just everybody on Instagram, but just if you watch TV, how commercials bang. Like just how everything has always been. So if what was I talking about?
How pretty
How
much,
did we get here?
Yeah, how pretty much, social
We just
media
went down the rabbit hole.
is brainwashing everybody in a way. But it's all about how you look at it, though.
I think it is.
Yeah,
because
that's
if
how
you
you
use
look
it
at
for
it.
the good, then social media can be used to establish
Very
yourself.
beneficial.
But
Yeah.
but social media ain't really shit. I mean, if you get caught up in social media, the social media aspect of it, the ha-has and everything's goofy. But I follow very informative people on social media.
Facts.
Oh, that
Facts.
The people
that's
I
where
follow
was at.
artistic. It inspires me.
I just
so
got reminded.
yeah, so social media is definitely a powerful tool. You just have to know how to use it.
Where I was going with that was there's a wealth of information. So there's junk knowledge and there's real knowledge.
Mhm.
But the junk knowledge is so much easier to get to through social media, through everything. So
everything.
if you have your feed, these things are really intelligent now. They're like algorithms. So what they do is they read what they think you like because of how you respond to it. If you're watching and clicking on things that are not what you want to tailor your mind to be into, then that's what you're going to get back from the algorithm.
Oh yeah,
So if you
Because
click
they're like,
on,
you're not looking at this enough, so I'm gonna put it in your face.
they want you to buy.
to make you get into
It's
it.
only to make you buy. So if you're not looking at stuff
Advertisement.
you want,
It's like
then
kids watching TV.
You're not
they
gonna
see
buy
that
it.
toy. Oh, I see that toy. Oh, now it's at the store. You feel me? It's a
See,
click. Fortnite.
So if that's the case, then all the things. Wait.
How do y'all look at that though? I look at that as a good way. I'm trying to get some money, so I look at that as, hey, let me market my brand. You feel me?
No,
But see,
exactly.
yours
What
is
I'm
social
saying is,
media.
what I'm saying is, focus in the right area. So if you want to focus on that, your algorithm, you should be clicking on things that you want the algorithm to help you with. The algorithm can be a tool.
Yeah.
So if like when I search on YouTube specifically, I never click on a video that is junk, just because I might even want to see it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this star is this or this star is that. You can tell the algorithm no, but it still remembers that, and you still get recommendations from that. But like,
Even if you don't click it, it still sees you looking at it for a period of time. Because
Yeah.
YouTube does that.
Like
I don't click
screen
on
recording.
it. Yeah, and then
it's
they'll show you the
crazy,
whole
man.
video
Or if you
without
talk
clicking.
in front of your computer or you have any type of microphone like your phone, it'll hear you. Like I was talking about my cousin was talking to me about Hebrew Israelites, and he was telling me about a man that was telling him about that, and he was saying that he went back to Israel, and I was like, yeah, a flight back to like Tel Aviv would be really expensive, and tell me why on my ad set
Expedia.
that night was a flight to Tel Aviv.
You should have went.
Like round trip, whatever.
It could have been a sign
No,
from
but
the
it
uni.
was just an
it's
ad.
exactly.
Hey, you never know. You
But
could have
But
had
yeah,
that message
sometimes
for
I look at
a
it like
reason.
that.
Right,
Like
exactly,
if I say
man.
something and then I see it repeatedly, like either on a billboard or on the phone or whatever, like it's kind of sometimes signs that you should indulge in that thing.
Yeah,
Maybe I
buddy.
should have gone.
Where was it at again,
Tel
bro?
Aviv.
Tel Aviv,
Tel Aviv. Where's that at?
Israel.
In Israel?
Shout out to Tel Aviv TV.
Shout out to Tel Aviv. Yeah, bro. No, you should definitely go. I believe in signs, man. You know, I've been getting shown a lot of them lately, bro.
Man.
You know what I mean? A lot of them, and I'm just going to keep on going to flow with them.
Yeah,
you know what I
especially
mean?
numerology, numbers,
Synchronicity.
synchronicities. Yeah,
Numbers.
like
What kind of numbers you been seeing?
555 777 111. That's been
I see
like
that
every
one.
day.
You just said it to me,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. so-
Wow.
And then they all mean something. You just have to look it up. Most people see it and don't even know that they're seeing angel numbers. You feel me? But that's a message for you along with what you're thinking or what you're doing. It's just confirmation like, yep, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
So what does number 5 mean, for instance?
I mean, you could just see a 5, but you know, look up the what 5 represents.
Oh, I
You
see
feel me?
what
In
you're saying.
numerology, or see if you see it triple, you know, doubles. If you keep seeing 55 on the back of his shirt, and then a hoodie, and then on your shoe, and then on your phone, you know, look that shit up.
Yeah.
Because there's a message that your angels are trying to, or spirit guides are trying to give to you, or something you just need to know.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's confirmation, but if you see like descending numbers, 321. 654, you keep seeing that.
Yo,
you know,
it's
so
an
see-
angel number on this water bottle. Like
See
as soon
what
as
I
you
mean?
said that, I like
Yeah.
no.
Oh, that's what's up.
555. You spoke it into
It's 555,
existence.
you feel me?
So
We need
that,
5 to
like,
$55 billion, no
talking
strings
about
attached.
that,
No strings. Lavish Journey.
Do you think so? Where would you define the spirit realm to be manifest? Where?
Where?
Here.
Honestly, right in front of us. I feel like
Right on
there
us.
are multiple different portals or veils that are right in front of us that we just can't see or perceive.
Yeah.
So what's going on? What is it like? What do you imagine the realm to be like?
I ain't been there, but
No.
one of the-
I'm not. I'm just saying. If
Like,
if
what do you
if,
think
if
it would
it's
be
someplace,
I think it would be however they, just like how you said on that video game, if you turn and then you're in a different dimension, you're able, that being is existing in that point in time where I can look and then be in this person's part of view of life. We don't know what they
Like in
see.
a different dimension, somebody could be right here in front of you, and if you could unlock that somehow to turn and see that person, it'll be another dimension. Like
You
you're
feel
saying
me?
with the video game.
Yeah, so I think they just have a different
So-
point of view.
We could have 20 people on this podcast right now.
So
I don't
what
even
I'm trying to
know.
For real.
say is, do you believe through psychedelic drugs you could access this realm?
Yes.
I think everything
If you
is
did
possible.
I thought you can do it out psychedelic. I have done psychedelic,
Yeah.
of course, but I find a lot of stuff. I read like a lot of Buddhist and Hinduism religions and what teachings and books, and they say you can do this stuff, you know, naturally.
Sober as fuck.
Sober.
It just unlocks the door within your brain to
So
be able
how
to
could you
that
access that sober?
meditation.
Deep meditation.
Constant
Yeah,
like you would
constant.
have to move to the
Consistent.
forest, like what's his name?
But do you
Whitman,
understand
writer,
that?
and
Like I can't imagine.
meditate.
Like I have. Look, I meditate a lot. I meditate a lot in the past, and like I can imagine. I can tell you the benefits of meditation are a clear mind, like you never felt before, right? Being able to watch other people squirm in their own emotional skin, right? And then because you're so like you just feel outside of everything. It's like since you sit in such like I don't know how to describe why it works.
Alignment.
Yeah, but you just feel outside of things. It's like somebody's talking and they're just in their thing and you're just like, why is this? And you're just kind of like, you're still fully there in the conversation, but you're just so much more present that there's more mind space to work with. So when they're talking,
your brain grows from meditation. Right. Like scientists have proved that you're using more muscles to meditate than when you're thinking. So it shows there's a difference.
But you're making connections, new neurons.
Big but. I have never experienced
big booty.
How people always describe they went to another realm or they experienced some sort of spiritual experience from sitting.
I can speak. Yeah,
I better say I have too.
I have
on psychedelics?
Twice.
No.
I did one time on psychs and one time just regular, organically.
And what did you do?
I just let myself go.
What does that mean?
You know, all right, for instance, the sober one, I was in my room. This is when I was actually trying to practice meditation, get deep into it. I listened to some music and I just chilled. I just let go. I just chilled. I just focused on my breathing and I just felt everything just kind of release from me, you know, like that. And I just felt like can't explain, like in a way, something like I'm leaving my body in a way. I was leaving.
Astral
projecting, yeah.
Were you thinking though?
I don't know. I can't tell you. I was gone. I let everything go, and it felt good doing that. Now I closed my eyes and I saw this smiley face bouncing. It was just bouncing, and man. It sounds weird.
But see, doing it sober, it makes it more believable, and you understand more. Like this reality is way different than what is perceived. And I think just like a child believes in everything. You know, if you tell your child, you know, you have super strength, they're gonna come out believing that. They might not be able to just fly off it, but you know, if you feed that into them, a child can create his or her own reality off of what you're manifesting, what you're speaking into them, letting them believe, and can create that. You feel me? And that's the problem with what we have now in society. We put limitations. This is only as far as you can go. This is what you can only do. You're human. This is where it stops. No. You know, people way back in the day were able to do all types of shit. You know, they shown that. You know, our history has shown they're capable of many things, but we're the dumbed down version of a human, of this animal thing that we're trying to tap into. But if you can use vibrations of sound and move things, I forgot which group of people were doing that. You know, that's amazing. If I see niggas moving all this shit around with just sounds, you feel me? I'm like, who would have fucking knew? You feel me? Like, you had a spiritual experience. I heard my higher self. You know, I think meditation hits each person differently, but it's what your brain can accept. Because if you're into Christian, but then you seeing something way beyond your norms.
I saw Egyptian symbology one time on an acid trip. That was really crazy.
See?
I'm like, literally, when I close my eyes, I'm bombarded by like
hieroglyphs?
Like it looked like glyphs. It was like glyphs. I'm not even kidding. I don't even know. I didn't study glyphs. I wasn't looking at them the night before or anything. It was like I closed my eyes, I'm seeing like pyramids and stuff. I'm like, wow, dude, that's like. So what I got from that was that when those people wrote that stuff down, it wasn't that they were making that up just like, oh, I want to make a language. They saw these things on trips and they wrote them into the art and on the vases and things like that. You know what I mean? Like that's powerful. Like, and I'm like, that must be a human experience rather than their experience. So if any human 1,000 years from now were to try the same thing, they would see the same symbology. Maybe it's just like the way we're set up and the way that chemical interacts with us.
Yeah, you know, language wasn't a thing to a certain point.
Language? Yeah.
You know, we weren't even using language, so they use symbols.
Still not a thing.
I mean, our language is terrible. We're putting curses on each other. They say everything about the English language is
I'm going to say that you're a great person. Be happy.
But we don't even know what it really means. You feel me? A G could represent something else. We don't even know how we're saying it. We're just taught to think a G makes the good sound. Right. You feel me?
I was studying a little bit of ancient English, like, or old English from like the medieval era. And like a lot of it looks just like ours, but it's like weirdly written because you can tell it's just them trying to figure out how to like phonetically write something down. So it's like the guy was like in the video, he was like, can you read this? And I'm like, if I pull back and just like made the sounds, I heard the English. But if you try to read that shit, it's trash. Like, but that's to me, but that's just because I'm a modern human. So imagine if somebody 1,000 years from now, how they would write comparatively to us.
It'd be way different.
They'll be looking at our chicken scratch like they use they use the dirt stick to write.
They're writing.
Is language even real though?
Like that shit literally trips me out because how can what I'm saying mean something in a different way in a different language.
This
It doesn't
language
make
is
sense.
real.
They're just the phonetics are different. The way you're saying it is different, but it means the same thing. How?
Because effectively, like a word is a feeling it's describing. So like when you say,
It makes sense.
like I can in my mind sometimes I see like lights. Like I'll see like, you know how, okay, so imagine if you have like a computer rendering of something and the person's mousing over it, and you know how something lights up when you mouse over it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I imagine is happening when somebody's talking. So like they're like the guy, so you're like the room guy, and you see a guy,
And then you conceptualize.
you're conceptualizing a man sitting. Okay, so now he's on something, on the so you're looking
Noun.
for an object.
Yeah.
So you're like on the, and then you can
Good.
say what, you can use that term to bring forth more information, you know what I mean? Like, so
And
it's
that's where you get
just
into the adverbs, verbs, pronouns, nouns.
yeah,
Like all that. Like what even is that?
I love languages. It's
It's crazy.
the thing that you're just same thing that blows your mind blows mine, but like the thing that is truthfully amazing about it is when people learn languages the first time, like somebody said already once before, is when they're kids, they just
Pick it up.
they can talk.
And that's why some
One
people
day.
bring up that
They
past
do
life
be there.
stuff.
You be like, God damn, how you? be
Yeah,
able to
I
say
can
that?"
go to class in Spanish for 4 years and not learn half
Jack
of
shit.
what a kid
I
learned.
took Spanish for 4 years, and I still be sitting here like,
You know, it's
Come
not until you
on,
get that
who
real
what? Like-
experience. Like when I went to Colombia, I don't know any type of Spanish, but I learned some from just being out there.
Just talking
Yeah,
and
just
listening.
talking.
if you were to
Listening.
live with
Yeah.
a Spanish speaking or a different language speaking family
gonna pick
for
that shit up.
6 months to a
You
year,
would have it.
become fluent.
You would have it instantly.
Because
you,
you
just don't see what
use
they doing
you
and
use
pick it
target
up.
you would
The
use
phonetics is how a baby learns how to speak. That's the same way you would learn.
you want to
As
know
they
the best way to
come.
learn phonetics of a language? Use their music.
Yes.
So if
That's
you
what I'll be doing. I
yeah,
listen to hella Spanish music, and it helps me to pronounce it and like really.
you might not even know
um,
what you're saying.
I don't, but I still be like, da-da-da-da, like
Yeah, but you can get
like,
you can
yeah,
get dude, I
yeah.
do that with Spanish and Japanese all the time just because I'll be able to rap a whole song and people will be like, "Do you know what they're saying?"
Hell
I'm like,
no.
"Nope." Like I might know pieces and parts, but think about it. When I go to learn the stuff in the future, then
The pronunciation.
I'm not
your
worried about
dialect,
that.
Yeah,
It's already over.
It's coming easy.
so you're just trying to remember what it actually
means.
means. So like the people that try and go for that, like when you do class, I mean like in my experience, the amount of time I was actually speaking to someone that spoke Spanish was like 20 minutes out of the 4 years I was in like Spanish class. You did papers, you know what I mean? But you never
We don't do three squatches. That's all you
yeah,
do.
like nobody ever came up and was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Or "Hey,
Spanish, yeah.
hola, cómo estás?"
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and I'm like, "Oh, bien, y tú?" And like,
Sí,
and we
sí.
actually start talking. Like, no, that never happened. Those then you would get those terms and like, you would be able to learn the language because
If somebody was saying that to you every day, or you know, like you were having to think about how to translate that, you would.
We live in America,
Exactly.
God damn it.
speak America in
No, but
America.
listen,
And I was
no.
about to say, as soon as you try to speak a foreign language, you be like, go back to you know whatever where the fuck you
Yeah.
from, be salty as fuck. Like you can't even
You know,
practice it.
you know what's wild though, y'all? I'm pretty sure
Annoying.
everybody travels somewhere tropical here, like Florida, somewhere United States. You know, I noticed it's a lot of Spanish cultures in all these main cities. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like you know, like
Baby.
New York. You know,
Ohio,
Spanish,
Florida,
there's
US,
Spanish
places.
Harlem,
Yeah.
New
US is
York, yeah.
full of
Spanish culture.
Yeah, I
Mad
like that though.
diverse.
I like that
It's just like black. You
Yeah.
find black everywhere.
for real.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
why I want to learn Spanish. Not, I mean, just
Yeah.
because it's just the most used language.
Yeah,
I learned a little bit of Mandarin. That is really difficult.
Mandarin.
Because
That's a different breed.
I'm learning Japanese, so they're not similar, but I wanted to see like the difference between them. So like, they're like a lot of stuff in Mandarin it sounds like the way it's looked, or at least to me, I could be horribly wrong, but to me it looks like English the way it's written, like the way the words are written. But like Japanese is like way backwards, you know.
Play some Mandarin. Let's
I
hear a
was
little-
just looking up Mandarin
Let's
right
play a
now.
little Mandarin. For
I
the
know
people.
you can say. I know how to say orange chicken.
Say it.
Say it.
Chi.
Say it again. Say it again.
I know how
song
to
called
say.
Orange
I know how to say
Chicken.
no. Mayo.
Mayo.
I know how to say thank you. Shush.
Hold on. Go ahead. Hold on. I'm gonna look at Mandarin
You
music.
speak
shit.
Chinese? Is that what you said? Oh, I was about to say,
Current event
See,
alert.
not much though.
So y'all hear about
I
some
know.
country that blew up or
Yeah.
explosion
Yeah,
happened?
in
Does
Be-
anybody
in
know
Beirut.
anything about this?
No.
was a bomb, bro. That was no fireworks.
They said it was some firework factory.
They said it was fireworks.
That was it.
So,
did you see it blew the
what's the
factory
story,
away?
though?
That was a
It
whole
blew that
bomb.
bitch
Fireworks
apart.
don't do that.
It had the mushroom cloud. Like, you know that was a bomb. It was.
Who knows the story? What happened though? What happened?
Oh, I mean, that's all they really didn't know.
Oh,
that it was
was
just
it-
fireworks and they were going off, and then but
They're still
people.
investigating?
I mean, that's what they just said. It was just fireworks going off, and then it blew up. But,
Man,
I mean, the
world-
truth
That
gonna
doesn't
come out.
read.
Truth gonna come out because
It's-
people got it on
It's
video.
Lebanon. That's literally Middle East. Like, that's where wars and all that shit happen. So
Oh shit!
I saw the
it seems
video
like it would spread to
and
them.
I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" But you know, I don't know.
Hey, shit happens.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I don't know if shit happens for real. I don't know.
And we
I do
won't know
pray
the
for
truth.
everybody.
We will never
Yeah.
We
find
never
out.
know the.
Yeah.
We will never find out.
Yeah, it's like
Facts.
it could be a whole war, and they're like,
Did you
"Nah."
know? Did you know majority of the things we think we know?
We don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
We don't know nothing
Think
at
about
all.
your own situations in your life. The situations that happen to just you and one other person, or just you, but it was a very small circle, right?
Mm.
Think about those. Nobody knows. Nobody will ever know unless you tell them.
Everything I found out every day.
So imagine a country. Imagine a country of situations like that happening every day that built this conglomerate we call the U.S. and we act like we can call it something.
Hmm?
It's been everything. It's been good. It's been bad. It's been evil. It's been good. It's been, you know, what I mean, all of it. It's been the greatest thing and the worst thing at the same time. So, like, I have a really hard time nowadays defining, you know, like what is evil and what is pure versus what is necessary
perception.
and what's
It's all your
unnecessary.
perception.
It's opinion.
Because if you see a person beating up an old lady, you're gonna just think, "Oh, he's abusing her. He's evil." But then you don't know that lady killed his daughter. You feel me?
God damn.
So
That's true. You
but
got a point.
it's
though.
all perception. It's only what you see at that point in time
That's a
and how
great
you
point.
perceive
It's
it.
messed up.
I mean, it is, but that's true. Like,
Hey, look here, old ladies. Don't be out here.
don't be murking no niggas' babies.
Right,
You get that molly wop of a
Crazy ass shit.
lifetime.
Hit me up. I can
I
use
have no
a
problem
what's it
with
called
that.
again? A
Sugar
cougar.
mama.
I can use a sugar
Hey,
mama.
I was just talking about that today. 216.
You trying to get a
feel
sugar
me?
mama?
Man, what?
Will you get one for real?
Nigga, what?
Yo.
This car note needs to
All
get
right,
paid.
what's your
That's
limits
what
with
I'm
the sugar
saying.
mama?
Pay my rent.
What's my limit?
Limits with her. Like, let's say she wants you to do a few things. What's your limits?
Whew.
A sugar
You
mama.
ain't
How
paying-
old is the sugar
What's your
mama?
limits?
Can I get
65.
that?
65.
Yep.
I can work with 65.
65.
I seen a 55-year-old and she was cold as
Like,
fuck.
Yeah, 55 to
Yeah.
65.
Yeah.
But that's
well,
the
one,
age.
she got to be black because white
She better be
65 is
Mariah
way
Carey.
different.
No, but
White
listen,
65 way different.
She cashing out on
Think
you
about
though, paying for your
85.
car.
Did you see Mariah Carey? She like 50. She look great.
No, we ain't talking about Mariah Carey. We talking about a regular, plane.
down the main Jane.
So what's your limits with her?
What's my limit?
Yeah.
Like, what wouldn't I do? You can't put no strap on and say, "Come here."
you can't.
You
Come here,
can't,
boy.
you can't come around the family because it's just,
That's
it's
just a problem.
like, hey, this is Miss,
This
you
is,
know.
This is Mrs.
The thing would be like, why don't they always come around?
Exactly, my family, that old ass lady. How do y'all know each other? Y'all friends? Like, yeah, something like that.
You can say that.
But yeah, that and maybe just not dicking down. You feel me?
Oh, so you can't smash him. She can't get no D.
I'll turn your world out without the dick. You
Oh,
feel me?
wow.
Like,
No, she gonna be
I
paying
would
for
like.
a
I'd be like,
Let
babe,
me
we gonna
mind
hit
fuck
this
you.
store.
You gonna
Oh, we go to
Yeah.
So you gonna mind fuck her?
I'm gonna mind fuck her, get that toy, that
She like,
vibrator.
enough is enough. I want some of that.
This dick is gone. I'm gonna put my foot down. Like, lady,
Yeah.
I'll fuck with her. I'm tripping. I would.
you gonna dick her down? So when old coochie flaps is just right there in your face, you gonna
That's all you just.
your
If
dick
they-
gonna get hard.
If
Dang, I
they
ain't know you got
flappy
down like
and
that.
they
That's
saggy,
crazy.
no. But if they put them
That's
together, I'm going in.
You know what? It just depends on the lady. It
Yeah,
depends on
I'm
the
going
lady.
in.
65 if you fine. You feel me?
But
Might be
that
listening.
don't really mean that her pussy is trash.
No, I'm not saying. But
That'd
if
be
you
fire.
if you pull your pants down and they just flapping out,
It's gonna be.
that shit could be fire as fuck. But my dick ain't gonna get up to know that shit is fire as fuck. I'm gonna be like, look at that. You feel me? We got an issue. So
Yeah, I'm good.
So you good on it?
I'm good.
you wouldn't have a sugar mama? Like, not at all.
Not a grandma.
He's like, y'all said
Well, sugar mamas don't hit up Devontae then.
Treacherous.
You being
Freedom
grind.
cap.
Why?
I
You too good
I
for it?
needed to be within 10 years.
No,
Okay.
10. Get that no sugar mama.
I'm about to say, this ain't sugar mama. This ain't your relationship.
10 years, y'all talking about 65.
55 to 65.
I'm not
That's not that
45.
bad. That's not
Okay.
that bad.
All right. How about 45?
That's too young, bro.
That's too young.
That's
Cause
not-
No, you
that's
need somebody
not-
with money. People don't
Yeah,
have money.
that's what I said. 55, 65. They getting a retirement check.
Well, if she
hit
is
me
like
up.
balling and she's like,
we persuading them to saying yeah.
We terrible.
like,
Like you're saying
Like,
the
yeah,
words,
yeah,
but your body language is like, nah.
So you would
because I just can't
Hey,
imagine
handsome.
it. Like, come here,
What if she
grandma.
just
Wanna
want
go
to
out?
take? Yeah, what if she just want to take you out and pay you for that?
steak
that'll be
dinner.
fine.
The sugar mama, because I feel like women are different
That'll
from
be
men.
fine. I'll
Yeah,
do
You
guys
that.
feel
want
me?
sex.
Men want to fuck. There might be sugar mamas who just want to spend some time. You feel me? Like, who? All right, come join me on this. They might want some dick from now and now.
Take me on a cruise.
We're a speedo, baby.
Yeah,
See,
hey.
now you getting to take me on a cruise.
Yeah.
Like,
I go to cruise with
I'll
a
go and be
cougar.
the guy. What's
Jack.
yeah, Jack and
Right.
yes, bro.
I can't.
We'll stand on the edge of the boat.
Oh hell no!
She'll live that dream.
I know we going to
I'm about to go get you some tea. I'll be right back.
Cougars. J Gaines 92.
You feel me? Freedom on the
Would you
shore
like a
capture.
spot of tea?
He's
I'll
talking
live
about
that
cruise.
dream with her.
Summer 2021. I know the cruise line shut down right now, but next summer hit us up. We will be
You feel
glad to come to
me?
cruise.
I'm out of
Yeah.
here.
Bring your
on
whole friends
2021.
around.
Hey, bring all the ladies. Bring them all.
Bring them all. We're young enough to handle them all.
we get passed around. I'll be your schoolboy.
You guys are completely out of hand.
What?
Like you wouldn't. If the right one pull up in a nice old school Jag, dressed up, clean as the fuck, you feel me, rolling the blunt up, like, yeah, hop in, type shit.
Look at his face.
Oh, you see, he turned up.
Yeah, you brought that blunt in there. He
I
said,
have to
ding,
be
ding,
like, pass me the blunt. Just get in the car. We'll pull off like shit. I don't even care.
But she like, stay the night with me. Stay the night.
I mean,
$500.
as long- like I said, I don't mind.
$500 cash.
I don't mind.
Yes
the
or no?
age,
Yes or
but
no?
Hey.
It's the
You know
body.
he ain't gonna do it.
I don't want
that. He
Yes or
talking.
no?
He talking.
I don't want no.
You want
like-
500 off rip, just to spend the night.
Spend the night with
Okay,
the cougar.
yeah, if it's cash. But that's
yeah, but you
prostitution.
ain't write no check. And
I mean,
would y'all do it? Would y'all have a sugar daddy?
Oh.
Yeah, I would.
Can you speak to the mic, please?
Speak
to the mic, please.
She think about it. She think about it. He balling out. Trips ain't a thing.
buy the Mercedes.
You want to go to
Hey.
Jamaica tomorrow? Let's go to
But
Jamaica tomorrow.
that's too like that's a hard question because in Cleveland there's no such thing as a sugar daddy without them looking
He
like
foreign.
In Cleveland, though, that's the thing. In
We talking
Cleveland.
international.
Yeah,
International,
he
all
an
over the
Arab.
world.
He an Arab.
Maybe I get you what you want, but I
He's
get you
like,
what
he
you
Dubai.
need.
You feel me? He said, "I'll
He
take
got
you."
gems, diamonds.
His name is
fine
Abdullah
wine
Khalid.
life.
And nigga
He
wear
been
a
getting
crown.
money since 1942.
I just got money to blow. I just got money to blow. I like you. I like you. That's how they be. I like you. Come with me.
Cool, and they be cool as fuck.
Let me go inside. I'll meet your friends.
Come around the friends and kick it. Have a
Let me
good
small.
time.
Just bring out bags of blood. Be like, yes, we in this bitch.
And they do be having hella money, man.
No, they dance, man. Look,
That's
I
that
go
generational
dancing,
wealth.
right?
That's
I go
nice.
dancing. The Arabic people in the place are the friendliest people.
Oh,
They, like,
man, I'll
jump
say
up.
that.
They like, yes,
Yeah.
yes. They be trying to get me more hype. They be giving me drinks. Like, yes, dance. So you be like, man, I want to go where y'all came from.
They
Like,
be forcing
man.
your ass to dance.
They be having a good ass time, man.
They back, especially back when Liquid was open. When it was Liquid,
Oh, I
it's a
remember
new club
Liquid,
now.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to Earth.
Liquid.
Earth.
Yeah. Hey,
dude, that got shut down.
I
When we
know,
was like,
Earth.
we was young, yeah.
20.
Earth was gone.
I'm
You
like
know-
listening to these titles of what y'all saying. Like,
we got a young gun in
Yeah,
here.
you
But
feel
that
me?
was a nightclub in Cleveland. That was like the you ever heard of Anatomy?
Yeah.
It was kind of like
no,
that.
no. It was the teen club. It was when you can get in when
Yeah.
you
Earth
were.
was teen.
It was
Yes,
like
you could get in at
17,
17.
Oh, I wasn't around for
18.
that.
16.
That's when it was
shit.
jumping too.
And I went to a party there, and
Yeah.
it was a bubble party, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was there too.
Bro.
That shit was going.
Wait,
I couldn't
Was
believe
y'all
it.
getting twerked?
I was like, it's
What?
people like
Where we getting twerked?
Was you getting twerked?
that was
That's
before
when
I
the-
danced, so
Oh.
I wasn't
Do you get twerked now?
playing.
All the clubs closed, though. Where you gonna get twerk from?
Hey, we was in the club 2 weeks ago, had a good time.
Well, you
Oh, you went to the
can.
club?
Yeah, I better go to clubs because he
Bro.
go to dance. We went there, had a
Bro.
good time.
We had a blast, bro. This man was in there balling on the
Devontae's
VIP
in there balling.
section. He had the cup. He was like, man, like
$2 in my pocket. $2 in my pocket.
I don't say, did they lessen the prices of VIP since coronavirus going on?
no, when you fuck with the people, right?
just
So
sat
about
down.
halfway through,
It's about who you know.
when you fuck with the people, about halfway through, they're like, "Come on, man!" They're already drunk. They don't care. They just want to. They just want to have fun. So you just go up there, and then they eventually leave. So it's just
Then
you.
you up there.
That's
like
all
you
you
chilling.
do.
You're chilling in their spot.
Oh, yeah.
One thing I learned about the club is people out here want money. I ain't gonna say everybody, but the ladies want some money. So I was sitting there chilling, right? And I don't know, I just had on, I like to dress smooth. I had my button down on, some regular H&M jeans, and some nice Sperry's.
Yeah.
Hey, my friend said I should dance with you. I was like, all right, cool, cool. You got some money? And I was like, I got some money.
I'm like $2.
I looked at
I'm balling out of control.
He said he don't got no money, y'all. And then they all looked at me, and I was just like, fuck it.
I told him, I was like, why didn't you just say, yeah, I got plenty of money, what you need? Like, you should just call
Nah, I gotta call you out.
It's just part
you
of
get caught out real quick
Yeah.
though on that shit.
And
Like,
especially
well, I
let
mean,
me see, buy me a drink. Food.
I mean, I had money, but I just didn't.
Well, they
You
didn't
ain't even
mean
gonna
he,
cake
that
him
didn't
up.
mean
Yeah,
he
it
wanted
ain't
to
for you.
spend
Ooh,
it.
what if she was setting you up though too? You can't be telling everybody you got
You
money.
see what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
Because
We in Cleveland. We in Cleveland.
Hey, check it.
Yeah.
She did ask me though, "Are you here by yourself?"
Oh, yeah, that's a scary question.
And I was like, "I'm here with the people dancing." And then that's when she's like, "Oh, you got some money?"
oh, she assumed, like, oh.
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't got no damn money. I got a card in here and $5. And then we went outside, for instance, and we was getting scooters. And then the one girl asked Devontae, "Can you put your card in here so you can pay for the scooter?" You remember that?
Yeah.
I'm
They
like, hell
assumed
no, I
I
ain't
was
putting
rich
shit.
that night for some reason, I guess. Yeah, you
Stop
you're
asking
right
for
about
money. I don't got it.
What in the world? I did think
That's my message of the day.
Can
When
you
you
put
got
your
it,
card
you
in
ain't
here? I
got
was
it.
like, am I about to ride a scooter?
Put your card in here. She wants you to pay for it.
He looks serious as thing, but
But you know what?
about to ride.
This
That's
is
not-
somebody I
What you was
don't
about to say,
know.
Queen?
But you know that is crazy that women will feel comfortable enough
His
not to
face
ask for
was
your
just
name.
like,
No.
But will ask
How
you,
dare
don't
you?
care who you are,
The
but you got some money.
audacity,
Just
and
think-
think I'm
it's
gonna
just-
pay you for it.
Did you know the club is the only place
Yeah,
where
that's true.
people pick up an attitude
Oh,
and
right.
the action, the way they carry themselves like no other place on the planet.
That's why I
Like it's the
clubs.
only place you can talk to someone's face and they will literally look past you.
What you mean look
Like,
past you?
like you're like literally like,
You don't exist.
hey, how are you? Or you're trying. Like one girl, she literally dropped her phone. I picked her phone up, and I'm like, tap on her shoulder. I'm like, hey, you dropped.
Dang.
I'm like, you dropped your phone. If you would look at my lips, I know it's loud. You would see.
and then what happened?
I'm telling
I'm
you.
trying to help
So
you
I had to
guys.
get her friends, literally behind her. I had to get her friend. Be like, your friend dropped her phone, but she's ignoring me.
You was probably like the 10 dude that typed on her shoulder at night and she was over it. Like, somebody you
Okay.
talk to me, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like,
I got a
that's how
question
be.
for
Sometimes
y'all
I'm
they
then.
don't
okay,
know what
ah,
we go through as women.
That's
Okay.
what I'm
Oh, I can only
saying.
imagine what y'all go
The
So-
cat calling, hey, I'm struggling, talk to you real quick. Like, what?
Man.
No, like-
Okay, so do y'all enjoy going
That
out?
shit.
Do y'all go not club wise? Just going out. Where you like to
Yes,
go?
yes, I love
Okay,
it.
so y'all don't like when guys talk to y'all though.
It
depends on how they approach
depends.
you.
Like it's not that we don't like when guys talk to us. It's how.
Okay, that I agree.
So what's a good way for men to start talking to or approaching women? What's a way that you be like, oh, I like how he approached me?
I've had, in my experience, I've had people literally just walk up to me and say, hey, I think you're very beautiful and I want to get to know you. Can I get your number?
You might be
I'm
one of the
like-
5% that actually like that.
For
Like
real.
something
I'm
like,
like-
or
I
something
agree,
like that,
though.
just very respectfully, like when we're blunt up front. Why would I be like, "Hey, yo, mom," when you standing with like
That's
five of your
old school.
friends?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm about
you know
to say
what
that's
I
early
hate?
2000
That's
shit.
young niggas.
Oh my
Early
god,
2000.
I can't stand
Not
like when they
him.
start with like sarcasm or something. Like,
But you do realize they don't intend on getting you.
That's unintelligent
Like you
niggas.
Some
need to
of them
stop
do,
looking
though.
mean. Like why you look so mean?
Smile.
But that's that's their way of like starting a conversation. It's
Yeah.
like
No, it's not
Shit,
make
why
you
won't
know
you
you
smile
harder.
for a nigga real quick?
That's what I'm saying.
that's how it be. Like that's how it be.
So
I see how you be in the club.
So
So I'm not gonna
I'm-
want to talk to you.
I
If
see
I'm
how you
getting-
be in the club.
I'm saying if I'm getting that like 10 times a night or some shit,
That's
I'm
annoying, right? That's irritating.
I
Like,
just sit
That's
there.
right.
I look-
So
I
how do
talk
you
to me.
assume somebody from your right hand shoulder gets your attention that you do not know and talk to you?
You just always gotta catch him at the right time. It just wasn't the right time for her.
I
feel
think
like.
you do.
Yeah.
Timing is.
But I mean,
timing.
like when a person is like,
But see,
But that's why I say you fucking up. You can't touch me.
Be like,
you can't touch him.
But even if you come up and but this is what I'm saying. Cold approach is like it's a really difficult topic. It's possible. Think about it. It's done. I've done it. Anybody who's had a pair of nuts has done it. But the thing is, it to me is inefficient.
Everybody who got a pair of nuts, that just had everybody. Just keep going.
But like so.
If you don't got a pair of nuts, you haven't done it.
You ain't done it.
You haven't because they don't need to.
What
They do is they give you extreme hints. They like walk up to you and be like, hit you with their hair and then. And then just look down a little bit and then walk forward.
What they do to my nuts? What they do? So I'm in the club and I'm doing what? What you doing?
They gotta check their shirt. They check their shirt.
Oh, I'm crying, yo.
And so is that for me to talk to you?
And then you're supposed to be like, excuse me. And then as soon as you say excuse me.
Oh.
So why were you just in front of me like there's a whole club, a whole room, a whole wherever.
But sometimes that attitude makes certain dudes
want them
more. Like it's that chase. You feel me? Some dudes
but
like
why
that.
can't you just take no for an answer? Like it's
No. I mean, for vice versa. Like if it was a woman who was doing that to a guy, and it's an attitude. I know some women personally like they like somebody.
Is that no?
Hard to get.
Yeah, it's
like
hard to get. Like you gotta
is that no? So if a girl goes, is that no?
Because you can spin it off as a guy. You just got to know how to talk. You like,
but what I'm saying is, think about it. What I'm saying is, this is the same situation where the girl has approached you. Like, this is a whole room.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
The girl has, to your location, stood in front of you, waited for like 15 minutes at sometimes, and you're like, okay. Hello? Excuse me. Like, how are you? And they're like, like you really just like you walked into their house while they were sitting on their couch and was like, hi.
The
like,
audacity.
You know what I mean? Like
is it always like
are you
like the tapping? If you're
I don't tap.
walking up to somebody,
not even, no. I'm using that as an example. But
You know what I don't like?
What?
When they come up behind us and whisper in our ear.
Oh, who did that shit?
I can understand that. But it's their way. First off, it's loud in the club. So
that's true. That's true.
That's their way of like.
But like walking up behind me though. But like walking up behind me though, why can't you come face to face to me for me to see you to get my attention?
We would never figure that out.
I don't understand. It's just I feel like it's the way women are objectified. It's just
I agree.
It's sickening, honestly.
But
I can't stand.
Okay, on a weekly basis, what percentage of men justify you in a way that you find disrespectful?
Like you said throughout the week.
Yeah, like what's the percentage? Like 50%, 20%.
Say monthly.
Monthly. Sorry, monthly. Because I know, man, guys come to y'all often. So, but yeah, monthly.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like people coming up to you.
Yeah, like in a way that you just like, what the hell? You know what I mean? A disrespectful way. Like what percentage out the month?
I could probably like count on one hand, maybe how many times a month it happens.
Oh,
somebody
okay, that's cool.
Me.
Yeah.
But it's also like about how I handle it, because as soon as I can tell somebody on some bullshit, I'm like, nope, like, and I don't even put myself in that situation.
Okay.
So.
But do y'all understand? Only one type of guy is going to have the nuts to walk up to an absolute stranger and assume that she wants to have sex with him.
Man, it's a lot of ass.
That's the norm.
That's why I asked. That's why I asked that question.
Why do you think that that's
they do that a lot?
Because the way that women are looked at in society, they're objectified as sexual objects. So
but
people are just like, oh yeah, she
I think
fuck.
I don't think that
Yep.
I don't think that a
No.
lot of I think that the men that you're targeting are the ones that you have visibility to, but the ones that don't, like, think about it.
I'm not saying all
I
men.
have a bunch of friends who would never walk up to you and be like, hi.
Yeah,
They will literally die in their grave, roll over 6 times before they do that. Not because of you being wrong or anything, just because you intimidate them that much as a woman. Because men naturally pedestal women.
That's
Yeah, they
why
do.
the percentage
That's
is so low of how many men like really like have the balls to say something to us, because
But that's why the percentage is so low of women that have good
We
men.
need more though. We need more people who would like literally just walk up and be respectful.
And then let's reverse.
Yes,
I walk by him.
So what should I say? Hey, just let you know you're beautiful and just walk away.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, how you doing? Like I used to be a cashier, so like I would get people come through my line or men come through my line talking to me, like, and sometimes they just be like, hey, how you doing? You know, I'm like, I'm good. How you doing? And just strike up like a genuine conversation. They be like, all right, it's nice talking to you. Have a nice day. And I'm like, that was a really pleasant conversation. Like it was just
That's
cool.
good.
Like
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's what most guys fuck up at.
Yeah,
We don't talk to women like we trying to holler at women. It's a whole different vibe. You feel me? If you just come calm and cool, crack a little joke, you feel me, and just move on. Be like, all right, be easy, have fun.
But do you understand? One side is coming with an intention, and the other side is not coming with an intention.
But I can intentionally want to stand out to you. I can make my presence be known without harassing.
But you have to be able to go up to the girl and create the intention within her in that moment. In that little moment, you normally have what, a minute or so before somebody is like. And like gets the fuck out of that situation. You know what I mean?
Like you
so like you come in and like the first things they look up, boom, whoa, they see you, they take you in for a second and they're like, and your first sentence is like, okay. And you can see they're kind of like calculating. And sometimes you win and they're like, and now they're in for whatever you want to do. If you want to go do this, you want to leave, you want to wear they're good. And it's from that moment though. But like what I'm saying is, there is no man that can control how many women find that moment to happen. And I don't think it has to do with his lines. Just like you said, y'all aren't looking for a man to say anything specific. Y'all are looking for him to be what you want, which is when you see him, you know that.
I don't have any expectations of people. Like when they walk up to me, I just, whatever they say is, I take it as
so
that.
You saying when you walk into a room of people and you in a club, you in a party.
Why you trying to say I'm on bullshit?
No.
On trash.
Go ahead.
I'm not. But look. Anybody that's a human being, you naturally have these things built into you. You know, like when you walk into a room full of humans, you're going to look around and you're going to case. Naturally, we all do it. You're looking around and you go,
I mean, you
boom,
will.
boom.
Okay, so everyone has natural judgment built into them. Yes, you will look at the room, scan the room, and like say, "Oh, I think this person would be."
But what I'm saying is, really, all women are waiting for those men to talk to them. They're not there for Timmy, who walked up, who's got a different emotion, no matter how he approaches, no matter what his line is.
But ain't that a human though? Because it could be a regular thick chick, and she come up to you, but you like, no, I'm waiting on that one over there. You feel me? But she could have just been just as cool. Y'all could have vibe kicked it and everything, but you so set on, you feel me, chick over there with the big booty, who cute, that you just missed out on your opportunity to meet somebody who could.
The only way I reject any type of interaction like that is if they are just appallingly unattractive.
But why?
Yeah, well, they're just good people. Well, that person got somebody.
Because then it'll flag everybody else away from you in the situation.
No, but it shows that you, as a handsome person or an attractive person, if you're talking to somebody genuinely, people like that because you're not a dick.
Well, if
it shows like
if
you're talking to
Devontae's a dickhead.
But like I'm a dancer, right? If I'm in a club dancing, right, and I'm like, I can dance with whoever I want, but I can't take this one big chick who's always in there. That's just.
Hey, I love the big chicks. I love y'all. Don't he's saying this, but Jay Gaines over here love y'all all. I love everybody.
And I'm like, I'm not hating. Think about it. I respect her grind. I respect it. But what I'm saying is,
I respect her grind.
Yes, whatever she's doing. But I can't participate.
Why not? Thank you, my brother. Right there with you.
I'm a very skinny man. Okay, there are some big dudes out here that dance.
I done did some wild things, boy. They don't matter.
Look, I don't like. All right.
Spotlights on Devontae.
All right, I'm about to get a lot of hate from this podcast.
No, be real.
All your big chick followers like, fuck this nigga. I thought he was cute.
About that.
You don't fold on here. What you say, bro? Go ahead.
No, I don't even remember.
No. So you saying you can't handle all that ass? It's just not
too much ass for you.
No, man.
Did she
being real.
Did she make you tap
out?
It's
not what I'm attracted.
It's not your preference.
There are people who are, and I'm not hating on people. I think that the girls who want to have all that ass so that it could be like,
you eat it.
You know, but I don't. I want our hugging and our intimate relations with each other to be very intimate, close. I don't want
You
your
can't get that with a
ass
big
or your
chick?
titties in the
You can't get that with a big chick though.
If I want to be wrapped around,
You
no,
fucking
see,
with you.
y'all making me hate. Let's change subject. All right, so next topic.
I mean, everybody should have a standard, but I just feel like we don't open up to new
That's just me
experiences
specifically.
because
I have been with.
I
Now, you gotta
understand.
understand. I've been with bigger women. I'm not hating on it. Like
Yeah.
I've been with bigger women for years. Even one of my exes are. But you get my point.
Yeah.
he had to shut it
So
off.
like so I don't hate on it, and that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it's a personal thing. I shouldn't be able to walk out if I'm dating somebody. I shouldn't be able to walk out immediately into the next speedway and be looking at the girl in front of me like a piece of candy.
Yeah.
And she
I mean, who don't?
She don't. But think about it. If your girl is, when I'm dating somebody that I'm fully happy and attracted to, you're like, I mean, you see her, but it's like, it doesn't affect you the same.
Oh, yeah,
like
you're
you're not
just
like a
admiring.
puppy that's like, like you're fine.
You
You're
want to look
just
at your
like-
woman like she's everything.
No, you're satisfied.
Yeah, like oh, look at her over there. Oh, look at her. And then you look at your girl like,
Yeah,
you
you like.
comparing.
yeah, I know what you mean. You got
But that's not your right
But
one,
even
though.
then,
Yeah,
even
that's not
there's
the right one,
always
yeah.
going to be someone who's more attractive. Think about it. Like there's always bodybuilders. There's people like that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if your girl reaches to your personal point, like think about it. I've dated girls who weren't the smallest girl, but to me specifically, she hit the right point where I was like, wow, I really like am super attracted to this girl for some reason. But that's each person. I feel like that has to do with what we mentioned earlier when it comes to like past experience. So when you first latched on to be attracted to something, boom, it might have locked in deep, and then like you said, went further back, got pushed way back, and now you can't know that anymore. You can't find where that comes from. But for some reason, you just be like, when you see this feature,
Look at her.
when you see this feature, you know, like, oh,
It sticks out to you.
yeah, like, oh, soft hair, or oh, like whatever it might be, like blue eyes, or you know, whatever. But each person has a different thing.
Nah,
No, I agree on though. You know,
nah, just saying all the little Kim. I mean,
Lil'
the
Kim.
the blue eye thing. I was like, nah.
I feel you though. You know what I mean? I feel you. Like you want to go after what you want, and that's how it should always be. You know what I mean? But you know they say love has no image on it.
I didn't put an image
Love
to
knows
it.
no
I was just
Yeah,
saying,
like,
you
yeah.
know, the point I was making with the whole thing about the club was that a lot of times a cold approach is not a good option because people make a decision about people
In
like
that
when
second, your
in
first
that
impression.
second. So why would
But
you
there are second
spend?
impressions.
Think about it. If a
Ooh,
girl is
second-
really
second has
attracted to
happened.
you, if a girl is really attracted to you, there is nothing you really can say wrong, right? Like if you see a guy and he's just
No,
like
it
Adonis.
is.
I'm about to say.
I mean, obviously the extreme.
But like in a
but it's-
societal standpoint, like more attractive people can literally just be assholes or do whatever the fuck they want because no
That's
one
the
thinks
point I'm
like,
making.
I don't care anything you're saying. You're beautiful. Like
Yeah.
I think it just
So-
depends on the mental state of a person, though, because you might be like, this nigga is an asshole, or fuck him. You feel me?
yeah,
Like, he's
like I
disrespectful.
don't care how cute you is.
Yeah, I think it's your mental, because that
Well,
turned
then
me
that
off.
person is being outright disrespectful. But what I mean is those little things we were talking about
Like
earlier.
idiosyncrasies that a lot of people can't get away with.
So like exactly, like he could tap on your shoulder. You're like, hey, you know that whole is gone because he's just it for you. You know. Now for if it could be another guy or another girl, it'll be another person, another situation. But what I'm saying is that I feel like I'm not vouching for online dating here. No, but
I
what
love
I'm
it.
saying is that that's plausible if it worked correctly. Because then, like when you swipe on people, it seems like it would work, but then people abuse the hell out of it and don't use it for the right purposes and all of that different type of shit.
I use it to fuck.
I was gonna say you talking about Tinder.
Yeah, Tinder and all
Bumble.
those different things.
But I mean, what are
I-
your real intentions on
the funny thing
Tinder?
is, like,
I'd be bored.
Half the time, that's what people on Tinder or Bumble for. They
I ain't
bored.
like.
I'm
They
talking
will
shit.
literally say in their bios, "I'm bored." So
Yeah, I'm just making this as, like-
No, but, like so.
Some people that got married on there though. I know somebody probably but I know somebody personally that met his wife on there and they're
Yeah.
married. They're still married.
I think it's a beautiful way to connect. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I just don't think people should just harp on meeting people and on a phone. You know, energy speaks
You talking
loudly.
about me?
I'm
man.
talking shit because my last 3 girlfriends I've had were just from cold approach. So it's possible. What I'm telling
yeah,
you, but
it's
it's that
definitely
it's
possible.
rare. Like when it happens, it really happens. That's why they were like long-term girlfriends because if it works, it really works. But
If
if
not-
it doesn't, 80% of the time it's not gonna work because this
Yeah.
person's on their day, they're doing their thing, they're living their life, and then it's just like that's kind of like how the experience is, you know. Like no matter what, if unless you call for it as a woman at all, like you know what I mean.
So, how often are you successful with your cold approaches?
I haven't been lately, but
I don't know.
I mean, like
I saw this guy personally,
I
y'all.
would say
he bag shit.
in
Bag shit.
in a club environment, I could say normally like 30% of people you hit up will hit you back in a positive way.
That's pretty good though.
But like think about it. So like it's volume. So if I talk to 10 girls, 3 or 4 out of 10 are going to respond positively. The rest of them are either going to look past me or some other weird thing.
Yeah.
Have you argued with somebody? Like
In the club?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm really good at those situations because that is really bad. Like if you're talking to somebody and you just randomly walk up and you're like, "Hey, what's up?" Da 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 da, and you're like just going off, and like you're just chatting somebody up, and then like one girl is like, "I can't dance." I'm like, "Why can't you dance?" And I'm like pulling her out, and she's dancing, and I'm like. She's like, "Oh, my husband's here." I'm like,
"Husband? The fuck you doing at the club?"
And I'm like, "Where is he?" And she's like, "Right there." And he's literally right. Like I pulled her off of him, and I think about it. You're dancing. You're like, "Ha, you're not." It's dark as fuck. So I'm like, "Oh my god, bro!" I immediately jumped and hugged this man. Like I didn't even know what else to do.
He said, "Hey, brother,"
and was like, "Bro, I'm so sorry. I did not even know. You know, it's the club." He was like, "Bro, you're all good, man. Like it was all good." But like,
if you're at the club with your wife,
was she feeling you though?
She was dancing.
So she was
It
feeling
depending on what kind of relationship they had. Like
I'm
maybe
about to
they
say,
was like
swingers.
They could be open. They like have fun. You feel me? Like,
swingers. Hey.
I'd be like,
hey,
my wife, listen to the
bring her a
club.
knife. Hey,
Yeah,
come
go
to
do
Bucker
your
tonight.
thing.
Yeah, like go ahead, go have fun. I don't give a fuck if you dance with people. Go,
So
go
will
kick
you
it.
care? So okay, will you care your wife hooks up with somebody?
My wife?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no.
You won't care?
No. If she's open about it, like we have to have that open line of communication. You feel me? Because that could be established and to be healthy. Because one, temptation hits everybody. It's always gonna be someone. So let's just keep it a buck and keep it real. Like you might want to fuck this person. You might be connected as long as it's healthy. Now if you just being reckless, that's one thing that I can't jig with because you just fucking anybody because you horny. But if it's like a healthy situation, you feel me, or something that you knew it happened and you bring it home, you tell me, all right, you feel me? But keep that line open for me to accept it. You know, keeping secrets and then niggas popping up at the house and shit. No, we got an issue.
Like,
so what about like Will Smith and Jada, for instance?
So you...
Like, is that a prime example you were talking about?
Entanglement.
No, for real, is that a prime example?
Yeah, because I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, because you know, they knew he knew
Did
about
you see
it.
the song?
Yeah, I seen this.
They made a song, Entanglements.
Yes.
It's hilarious though. It's good.
It's
That's
really
so disrespectful. If I was Will Smith, I'd walk up with a white glove and just slap that man. Like,
Wait, he knew about
how
it though.
dare you?
Wait,
Did he
Like-
know about it? He knew about it.
Yeah, I think he was.
No, but him making a
he
song
made his
about
own
it?
Song.
I think this is
About
all
that?
business.
Yeah.
Remember I said,
No, August.
Oh, August made one.
don't
But
get it
that's
twisted.
the
bold.
song I'm talking about is they took her saying entanglement
Oh,
and
yeah,
they
made a
remixed
song.
it.
I'm dead.
Like they made a whole beat out of it.
Oh, I was talking about the rapper actually made a song.
Oh, you
Oh,
saw
I
Cena made a song.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
he
talking about what
did.
you was talking about. I seen
Right,
that one.
yeah.
Yeah, I seen that
Like, I
one.
remember
But
Hollywood
both
is
of
some
them are
crazy
business.
as fuck.
Entanglements.
He's
think-
bold as fuck, and that's right. Like that's somebody would do
Yeah.
that.
But I think too, my thing with that, it happened too long ago.
2
for you
years
to-
ago.
It's like, all right, that happened. You still hurt. Like he was in love. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's my thing. Jada threw that wop on him, and he ain't know how to
Jada
take
threw that
it.
wop.
He ain't know how to take it. You feel me? Because she's older, so she's probably teaching him new things, talking to him in a different way. It's more motherly in a sense. You feel me? So he probably got someone who actually gave a fuck about him. Instead
That's
of just
always
some
different when you
pussy.
have a girl that's really talkative.
Yeah,
And it's
actually
like she's like,
invested.
oh,
Open his mind.
She's
Yeah.
just talking to you the whole time. You're like, stop it. Like, please shut up.
That
Making
shit's
it
dope.
worse.
Oh yeah.
Nah, dude.
Could you do it? You couldn't do it?
The talking?
Oh no, I mean,
Dude.
deal with could you allow your wife to be open? No.
We gotta have a real good situation. And
Trust.
me and her have to be like, we gotta be like, I have to know.
That communication, like you was
Like,
saying.
I have to know everything is all right.
Yeah.
Cause that sounds like a ticket out the door. Like, I'm sorry, no matter which way you slice that. Like, so like maybe maybe I feel like if I was with someone for like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, we've been having sex with each other for 10 years. We've been together like day after day. Not to say that I'm tired of the person. I would probably love them, but you know what I mean? Probably. But like, I mean, I would want at that point us to be able to be comfortable enough to do that, because we've already established to each other that we love each other. It's been 20 years, okay? What do you want from me? You want me to literally die being the only person I ever had sex with after
right,
this?
like that's a thought. Like, this is gonna be the last person from the rest.
It gotta be
of
pure
my
communication.
And not only, now this is the catch. Not only are you marrying away your private part, but you're marrying away your entire consciousness. Like, you can't go be getting close to men, like close and interacting with his internal soul and having deep conversations and cuddling and all this.
But
Like,
if that's
with
the
the
person,
person,
if that's your real lover,
I'm about to say, but
If you're married, though, to someone else?
if that's
that's
truly your real lover, is she always gonna come back? Or y'all gonna come back to each other?
I'm about to say, it just depends on that person, because
And
you don't vibrate with that.
And every
It depends.
relationship
So you
or
think
open
that
relationships look different. Like, you have to have y'all boundaries set and what matters to you. Like, what, like, is it gonna bother me if this person is going to do that? Like, you have to be open about that as well.
Real.
Yeah, you just got to be 100%. You know.
That's all it is: communication and trust.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't saying I wasn't down to try it. I was just I was just
I'm about to say,
saying.
because if she bringing home threesomes, you feel me, you're going to be like, hell yeah. But not like you just said, but your entanglement with that girl.
I like how
you
we
feel
just
me?
adopted the term.
But you fucking this new girl she just brought home, so your soul is tainted just like hers it would be if she fucked a man.
So yeah.
That's
But
all
really,
I'm
I
saying.
mean, think about it. What is so? If we're going to go to the psychological root, what is the root of why that would be a problem and why it wouldn't?
Well,
Trust.
religion is very. Wait. Where are you about to say that
You
question one more
were
time?
heading in the right direction.
I was gonna say.
I was going to go for
No,
insecurity.
just say that question one more time, though.
Well, I was saying, what is the root of why we care if someone that already has exemplified that they love us, they've already moved in, been there, and they want to do this with so and so? Why does that affect you personally to the point of tears, or what people have done in the past when people cheat on?
That they want to do something with somebody else. Well, yeah, I was gonna say.
Why does it matter
religion,
so much
Like
with the
monogamy and like being with one person. You know, some people can't conceptualize or even open their brains to, you know, the possibility of their significant other, wife, spouse, whatever, being with somebody else.
But like, if it's religious, yeah. But I mean, but why does it hurt? Like, if it's religious, that's a belief. So it's like, okay, yeah. But why does it, like, when people like are hurt by a person? Like, think about it. If I like, after somebody cheats on you, after somebody cheats
Talking
on you,
about cheating, we're off the open relationships.
oh, well, I don't
No,
know.
I'm asking. Like, is that you're asking about cheating? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
No, we're on open relationships. What I'm saying is, like, why would a person in an open relationship get jealous? Is what I'm asking.
I don't think they would.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's something you got to clear up in that open relationship. Because to be open, you have to be open.
I think that's why they fail, though. Why would an open relationship fail?
Shit, I know a lot of open relationships. A lot. And they thrive.
I've only known them that didn't succeed. That's why I'm making that point.
Jadena was in one.
Like you said, these are things that you know, but you just learned that there are successful.
That's
open
all I can speak
relationships.
from. That's all I can speak
Yeah,
from.
because that's what we're branded to believe. You're only connected to one person, but why can't you be connected to have your own little kingdom or whatever you want to call it?
I believe that is true.
Yeah.
I would argue for it.
Yeah.
I just ask questions just to see what people's opinion on it would be.
Jadena was in
Okay.
one and he was like, that shit not for me. But he tried it. He was just like, I was too jealous. But the woman that she was with and her dude were
But
perfectly
what I'm
fine.
asking is, if you have one man that could handle it and another man that couldn't, what was different? What is the difference between
yourself?
Oh, yeah. Your
Yourself.
experiences.
Because you could have been cheated on and
Well,
that's
what is
long
wrong with
hurt.
it? Is he
Yeah.
more insecure, right?
Yeah, insecurity for sure.
And it's ownership. You feel like I own you as a person. You're mine. So you can't do this to someone else. And that's where the openness gets taken out because you feel like you're my object. This is my toy. You can't play with my toy.
That's true.
You feel me? So it's that child.
That's
signal.
what it is. That's what it is in my opinion for most people, including me. Like, I feel like it's more so like, if I'm dating somebody, I'm more so like, okay, now that I'm putting the work and the effort into this relationship and putting time into this person, like I'm not wasting if you care about the person. What I mean is, like, I'm coming to spend the time with this person. I'm spending the money, the time, to build this relationship. I'm on my phone. I'm doing these things. I feel like that would make me entitled to it if I were to stand on. I'm just taking the devil's advocate and then I'm standing on the other.
Looking
you
at
know?
it from both sides.
You know, so like, because people do it for a reason. There's a reason the entire world, and also for children, it's more conducive.
Yeah. So what if like you're dating a person and y'all dated for 5 years, but she's like, all right, no more sex.
See ya. See ya.
No, like for
Signed by J. Gaines.
But you love her. So what do you do?
Oh, if I love her, I'm there though. If I love her,
are you gonna fuck something else?
If I lust her, I mean, we're open to that, sure. But if I haven't fucked
like
anybody,
an ultimatum. I don't know. That just sounds like too hard. Like, how you just gonna tell somebody, yeah, we ain't having sex no more? Like, what?
Actually, it was on cut, and they were saying
about?
how they just weren't intimate. Like, they would cut it off. Not some were like just always like asexual, but they loved that person, but they didn't want them having sex. And then some were like, yeah, I'm fine with him fucking whoever, or she doing whatever. Yeah, so I was just asking to see how you would take that as an individual. Like, if they're like, no, I don't want to have sex.
Fuck you, me. That's fine. All right, this is real. If I was with this person the whole time and it was just us two having sex with each other, I couldn't go. I mean, for me speaking now, I couldn't go out there and smash nobody else. But if we had an open relationship fucking other people, I'm gonna get some old pussy from somewhere else. From the beginning. But yeah,
that's why I could imagine that. That's where the way I would have to start. It would have to start that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where that's the idea you take from it. Like, okay, so we're going to do this. And from the very first time y'all have had sex, it was somebody else there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you never latch those emotions. Mm-hmm. So it's all good.
Yeah.
But imagine going 20 years where you just with that same person and then
that's what
she
I'm
just be
saying.
like, nah, no more.
Well, even if she don't say no more, you had sex with the same person for 20 years.
Some people can roll like that. Some people.
But I think sex just stops mattering. That's what happens. Like every person. What about those people over 50?
What about those old people? Okay,
spice it up, y'all.
What about those old people that's like 80 years old that been married though for like 40, 50 years? You know what I'm talking about?
My grandparents been married for 52 years.
Ooh, shout out to them.
Yeah.
That's
so what about it? So what were you asking?
They be getting their thing on.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I think I was about to say your sex drive. I think is just naturally down, but you just appreciate little shit like, oh, he cooked me dinner. Oh, we're going here.
He gave me a hug today.
Your love evolves beyond just physical. Yeah, it's just not physical anymore.
Isn't that wild though? How deep love is? It's beyond sex. So because at such a young age. I'm still in that age right now. I still lust. You know what I mean? Just being honest.
Always will, though.
And yeah, always will. But like he just said, though, when you get old and you're with somebody that long, it's those little things that matter more than sex. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, they cooked me dinner, or oh, they made me breakfast. Oh, you took out the trash early today. You know, and that's real. That's love is deep. There, I never thought about it that way. That was really good.
Yeah.
I feel like the intimate aspect of the relationship is gone though. Still,
is what?
It's gone.
When you get older?
Like the intimate aspect, like, no, I mean, I'm not speaking for all couples. I don't know. Like, there's probably some 50-year-olds that teach sex, you know.
Yeah.
That's more, yeah. So I'm just saying, like, on an average.
Oh yeah, I would think so. I don't know.
Maybe I'm just dark today. Don't listen to me.
No, we're listening to you. Today's the day for you to speak.
All right, let's change the topic, y'all. Come on. What's some very, very interesting topic?
Yeah,
let's keep talking about space.
Well, I got a question for the fellas.
All right.
So, we would like to know, or I would like to know, if y'all get down with any of the girls that be on the pole. I'm talking about strippers.
You know, I actually, so speaking of the club, I met a stripper in the club. Look, she was standing next to me for a long time, just like I described. So I just started to dance with her, and she was nice. And she, at the end, I spoke to her. I was like, so she goes, oh, I'm leaving. I'm like, how are you leaving? What do you drive? She goes, I don't drive. I'm going to take the bus. I'm like, at 3:30 in the morning? She's like, yeah. So she was like, I was like, well, let me just at least walk you to the bus stop. So we walked towards my car too. So we walked towards that direction, and she's like talking, and she's like, oh yeah, I live right here. I'm like, I could give you a ride. I mean, if you're not weirded out by that, you know. And she's like, oh no, you seem really cool. We were hanging out in the club. I'm like, okay, sure. Then I drove this girl home. She didn't seem to be that abnormal, even though she was a stripper. You know, like you could judge a person for their
even
job.
Even though she was a stripper, yeah.
You know, but she was. I mean, like,
she was a normal human being.
Yeah, but like, at the same time,
did you kiss her?
At the same time, she wanted to talk later on. I don't know if she's probably watching this podcast, but like if she wanted to talk later on, I don't know. I just looked at the message and was just like, just didn't. Just because
it didn't resonate with you. Like,
because I don't know where that's going to go. She has a lot of kids and things. So I'm like, I don't know.
There's other aspects. It wasn't the
but it wasn't
shaking.
because she was a stripper.
It's because you think it's because of the luggage she had.
Oh, that's what's up.
Just because I'm not worried about her being a sex worker. It's more so the fact that
she's making money. Thank you. Yeah. She was doing her.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's got to be a special type of person to be able to be in a relationship through that.
Oh yeah, of course. I personally can't.
Not to say that most strippers are not slutty because of their job. Because think about it, if you're a stripper, you're already shaking your ass on a stage. You're not trying to be down there. But like then you hear stories from people with money, or they say otherwise. So, you know what I mean? Like it really is in the air. But I mean, every stripper that I've met has been a cool person. One of my good friends, Johnny, shout out Johnny.
Multiple strippers.
Yeah, they knew this stripper named Karen. Who? I don't know.
Karen.
Okay.
Damn.
I don't know. But she spoke and she was like, hi. And she invited us to the VIP.
Shout out to Karen.
Right.
Shout out to Karen.
Yeah, she had
blue eyes.
Actually,
blonde
she
hair,
did.
blue eyes.
I know she did. all Karens do.
No, but I'm just saying, I've had good experiences with strippers. I've not had bad experiences.
It sounds like you was almost in love with a stripper.
Oh no,
Karen?
Yeah. You know what though? I personally cannot date a stripper, but I would like to kick it with a stripper. If that makes sense. We can kick it.
We kicked it with Karen, man. We went to the after party at the strip club on the top floor.
Every time you say Karen.
What, Karen? We need Karen, the stripper, to hit us up.
I can't.
LavishJourney.com. Hit us up. Personal Instagrams. We don't have any money for no dances, but you can come on the show right in the beginning to
she
dance.
She could be the sugar mama. She could be the sugar mama.
Oh,
now
she's
one of the
age.
strippers
Okay.
did dance with me. She's
Come
nice.
be the sugar mama. We need some new equipment.
Yeah, on the real.
She got the
Make an
band.
investment. Make an
Right.
investment.
Hey.
It will be worth it. We promise, Karen.
All right, go ahead.
So, you?
I dated a stripper.
Oh, word.
Yeah, shout out to you.
She knows she is.
But yeah, like I don't care. One, it's just like I know you're not in it for like entertainment like that. Yeah, you like to dance and stuff, but you're there to get a check. You feel me? Like you just going. You know, this is easy money, sex sales, but you're not fucking them. You know, being an escort is totally different from being a stripper.
Right,
Stripper,
there's a difference.
You're just showing a little something, and then half the time,
It's a tease.
yeah, you just talking to a dude and. Like she told me all the time.
Strippers got to be in open relationships. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, because she was very committed. And I'm going to dance, but I'm with you. And she made that very apparent, you know.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, because it's not like she just trying to fuck. You know, she ain't going there to suck dick.
People want connection, yeah.
People want connection, but she's lying to you. She don't give a fuck what you saying. She like, all right, tell me about your day. Oh, what about your wife? Yeah, women have that natural ability to make it seem like they give a damn. But they just want the money. All right, see you later. You know, over time, like she said, she grew.
And then as a male, you're in that situation. You
become enticed.
You're just you want to. It's like you're literally hypnotized. Like you'll be like, you're convinced, and it's complete bullshit with you. Like in your brain, you're like,
you fall in
she
love
loves me.
with the idea of somebody.
Yes,
dude.
listening to you
like
it's literally a trance.
Because
so,
you're
did you
focused
know?
On that physical.
Sorry, you brought up a did you know? Wait, did you know that human beings spend like 70% of their time in a trance? So like right now, like I learned a little bit of hypnotism. So like hypnotism only works when people believe in it because it's your own mind. So if you don't want to be hypnotized, you cannot be hypnotized.
Control your own mind.
Yeah. So if you want to be hypnotized, you can be hypnotized though. So what that means is probably not, man.
Oh.
I'm not an expert at it. I could tell you the method, but I couldn't make it work.
Oh.
I could show you what to do though. I made it work on my ex.
Oh, what'd you have her do?
Really all I did with her, because it actually scared me a little bit that it worked, was I put her in like a sleep trance and she was like this, and then like when she woke up she was like, what just happened? And she was like, I was there. but I was asleep, but I was there.
He put a roofie in there.
No,
I'm about to hypnotize you, baby.
It's the way you speak. It's the way you speak. So it's like,
it's very calm.
Okay, so listen to my voice. What we're gonna do, and you speak in a repetitive measure. And I'm bringing every sentence or so. I repeat the sentence.
Like with the spoon and the teacup and Get Out.
Kind of like the old
metronome going back and forth, or the balls.
So I'm saying, so we're going to relax, and at the sound of my voice, we're going to count down from 5. We're going to relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And at the sound of my voice, I'm going to count down again, and we're going to relax all the way out. 5, 4, and I'm speeding it up. But you get what I mean. And at the sound of my voice,
because I feel like you're trying to hypnotize me right now.
But do you get what I mean? But as I repeat that, and if you want to and you listen, the person will just be like, and then I'll just do one quick motion where I'll just tap their forehead, like hit their person in some way that causes a jolt and pull them down. And then you just tell them one command, like sleep. And since they've been listening to your commands for like the last 15 minutes, they don't care. They're just like,
they've given up
given up control of their conscious mind.
See, I was say that's for weak people though. I'm be real. No, for real, that is. That's for weak people.
It's not weak. It's voluntarily.
I'm about to say that's the thing, but you have to accept it first.
If you don't accept it, I'm just talking to a brick wall.
Yeah, I'm about to say, why would somebody accept to be hypnotized?
No,
like,
they
come
won't,
on,
but
do it.
Because
but see, you're that person who wouldn't do it.
But you're the person who wouldn't.
I'd be like, nigga, what you doing,
people
bro?
do it all the time.
I'm the one who would be like, let me see.
You can use it to help people get over things like cigarettes. You can use it to help people get over emotional bends, like where they're like bent on a certain like. Is this thing shorting out a little bit?
Yeah, it is shorting out.
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, well, like, it's on the ground, ain't it?
Yeah. But it's good for certain things. Like if you're stuck on a habit or something like that, if you can get to your subconscious below the conscious, then you can really do some work. But it takes somebody that's not bullshitting you, that actually knows what they're doing.
Yeah. I've seen some videos and I believe in it, so I would try, because I have a skeptic approach as well. So it's
I attempted it with just the video. I got a video of somebody doing it, and I wanted to be hypnotized by the video. So I'm like, you don't need the presence, you just need the sound of the person's voice. So I'm like, I'll try it. And I sat there and I realized maybe like 30 minutes went by, and it felt like 5 minutes just because I was listening to this guy. All right, what we're gonna do, and did like, and you're just like, next thing I know, I'm like I'm sure if somebody was there, I would have been like able to be like, and I would have been asleep. Like I can show you a video of it happening. It's really,
it's
interesting.
Shout out to the hypnotists.
Yeah, they got that. Then that segues, hypnotism segues into like the conscious and the conscious mind that we were talking about earlier, where you're like, what is you, and what is driving the decisions that make you? Is the conscious before the subconscious, or is the subconscious rationalizing through the conscious? That's what really is happening. So if you're hungry,
you grow your conscious though.
Yeah, but if you're hungry, your body's hungry. You're not thinking, oh, I want to be hungry. So what happens is the hunger hits your subconscious, then your conscious gets it, and they're like, okay, now I got to make Devontae eat. How do I make him eat? You've been here since 1 and you haven't eaten. Oh, you ever got a thought like that? That's your subconscious speaking to you, kind of trying to coax you into anything. You ever been doing something and you're like, I don't even want to do this, but your like own mind is like forcing you to do it.
Because that's your conscious and sub.
That's your subconscious and conscious fighting with each other.
Because subconscious is when you're a baby, you don't know how to decipher what's wrong or good or what is. Like if you see your parents fighting, you think that's okay, it's normal.
And you put that in the sub.
Yeah, and if you see them kissing, you just perceive it how you perceive it. You don't know what's wrong or right. Consciously, that's what we grow into after a certain age, and then that's when you decipher if this is good, this is bad, this is whatever. But majority of our life we operating through our subconscious.
Absolutely.
So we don't know the decisions we're doing, so we have to change what we're into subconsciously or address it to change it consciously.
But why do we operate through our subconscious?
It's your child. That when you're a child, that's how you grow. You only have your subconscious mind.
But now that we're 27 now,
you're conscious.
Still don't have any control.
I about
to
say,
yeah, okay. The subconscious really is.
Yeah, it just runs rampant.
It's how you train your subconscious with repetition.
I like my subconscious then.
But
I'm doing pretty good.
if you have a well-trained subconscious through repetition, so if you've trained yourself to wake up every morning, and these are these people that work on this part of the mind I'm talking about. They wake up at like 4 a.m. and then they're doing their work up until 7, and then they're out on a run from 8 or from 7 to 8, and then after they get back from running, they shower and they go to work. Like they just.
But you know, stillness speaks. I learned that though. When you be still, that's how you pause all that.
But I think that person has amazing stillness to be able to do that.
Yeah, if they can.
The stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah.
Did we kill a whole bottle of Arbor Mist?
Yeah, that's what we do every show, man.
Yeah,
we drink a bottle every show. Last show, I think we had like 2 bottles.
And it's folk.
I'm enjoying talking to y'all though. See, y'all was gonna sit over there in the corner. Y'all had good shit to say. Look at that.
Oh yeah, what, y'all have another question that y'all wanted to pop out?
Okay. This was low-key controversial, but I feel like every time I ask it, I don't get like a sufficient answer. So how is it not gay?
Oh my God.
What happened?
Just listen, let me finish. How is it in sports? How is it not gay for a man to slap another man on the ass?
I didn't do that in sports. I'm gonna let you know right now. I mean, do that to me like no homo. Hey, yeah, good shit. But me personally, I always felt that was kind of. I don't know. It was kind of weird. I guess when you're really passionate, you look at it as like, hey, good shit, nigga.
Yeah, like that's it just naturally.
Yeah, I would say I never partaked in it.
Yeah, but I understand it though.
But I
don't know.
Good shit.
Make it make sense.
I have a question. Why? Well, I don't know how y'all feel, but why do men say it's only cheating if you're cheating with a man and not a woman? Like, it's okay if you like with a woman, but the minute you with a man, it's cheating.
I've been in that situation. You cheated.
It goes back to objectification because it's like
insecurity.
It's hot to see 2 women together, you know, just in general,
it's
whatever.
Insecurity. I'm telling you, it has not. It's about. Think about it. The girl doesn't have anything that the man feels in power at that point, because even if you guys use plastic, you don't have a dick. He can always say, "Yeah, but I got the dick," and that's how he justifies it to himself. So if another dick comes into the situation, he doesn't know what that dick is capable of.
Another dick.
You know what I mean? He's like, nah, what you with that dude for?
Real shit, us guys got egos. We're like, what the fuck going on?
Exactly. A guy's ego, but you have to understand, a man's ego is very large, but it's very fragile. And letting a girl in and loving a girl is literally giving her the keys to the golden hammer to smash his entire ego. That's what falling in love with a girl is. That's why most men are like, immediately when they feel that coming on. Because it's such a vulnerable place for a man. Think about it. You guys do have a certain amount of walls and barriers as women, but you guys are more allowed to wear your emotions on your sleeve than men. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So if that's the case, and you can be so emotional in the relationship, and you can be, even as a man, I've learned over my years dating that the more emotionally open I am with my woman, the worse my outcome is. So not that I'm silent from her, but I'm talking about emotionally open. Like if I'm sitting there, baby, please, like I knew you shouldn't, and I tried so hard, and you know and I'm just really going in, and I'm just feel so much, and I'm just so hurt, right? The girl is looking at me, but she's like,
"Oh, you like a little bitch right now, right?"
Exactly. She really is not trying to hear what I'm trying to say. But even if this is coming from a point that, see, women don't realize that's coming from a point where that man, he's let you in. You're behind that. All what you're talking about, that manhood, all that. You're behind that. And that's what hurts so bad when the girl can't see it. He's like, I'm crying because you're behind all that manhood. It's like, no. So if you withhold what we just said, letting yourself let the girl back behind that ego, that manhood about you, and when she comes at you with something that bothers her, or you're extremely hurt, you're like, yeah, I'm going home. And you just leave it at that. And she's like, something's bothering him, but I can't figure it out. You know what? I don't even care. He just don't want to talk. Right? But really, if he did, you would be more unhappy.
Good point.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's going off.
And the
I'm
reason
sorry,
because it's a bounce off of her question. Like, we can't just go out and be like, okay, well, you can be with a man, but the minute you with a woman, that's cheating. Because then y'all be like, no, that's gay. You know what I mean?
But not all men don't say that.
But men don't say it's gay if we go and deal with a woman, but not.
Yeah, some won't like look at it as that, or they won't take it seriously.
Right. Like they don't look at it like, oh, she's, you know.
But you're having a whole you're having sex with somebody else. Like that's a whole other situation. That's an entanglement. It's a whole other entanglement. Anyway.
Word of the day.
Change the sign, huh?
Yeah, I think it's cheating either way. You feel me?
Yeah,
like if it's your relationship, because I know people whose girlfriends have cheated on them, it's not with a man but with a woman, and they was pissed. You feel me? Like it's still cheating. I'm still hurt. You feel me? Like,
but think about it. What are you saying when somebody cheats? Like that's what I'm saying. We talk about it so like easily.
Mm.
This thing is short note. But like, what are you saying when somebody cheats? It's like, I feel like it's such like I'm not currently even in a long term like or serious relationship. So like these are my thoughts like right now in general. Like I'm like, if I'm going to meet the next person, and I've been with a few people, and like a couple of them I was like, oh, so serious about. I'm like, oh, this is it, and then it's not it. So you're like, you know what I mean? What are we beckoning for when we go for that? When you say, oh, you had sex with somebody else, you think honestly that you're going to be the only thing that person ever wants to be with. Like, not to say that there's anything wrong with you, but like, let's say you meet somebody, he's a tall, black male with this personality, who would say this, who would do this. There's always going to be a short white or short Asian, not to call out any races, but you get what I mean, like a different race or a different type, shape, size, different male, right, who with a different personality, who brings different qualities. So if that's the case, it's a feat of nature to that somebody could say, oh, I'm about to be with you forever. Like for the longest time ever. Like, because think about it. I think that's what destroys my relationships, because I'm a very easy person to be with. So like, I don't shake the water. So we'll go 2 years or something smooth, and it's like the cup just got boom knocked off the table because it became too real. It was like, oh my God, this is really might last for an extremely long time. And then like that in itself is just too jarring a statement for both of our consciousness to kind of handle. Once we like let's say you date the girl and like she's about to move in and like she's leaving her like hometown, and that's like it. Like that ruined one of my relationships. The girl had to move from her hometown to me, right? Which was like, whoa. And it was such a huge jump, even though we cared greatly about each other. It's just the emotion between the decision. She even made it. She came. But the emotion between us for like that 3-4 months before I sent her back was like, it was catastrophic, because there was so much, you know what I mean, indecision in her for that. And I don't blame her, because how could she know that about me? Even though she trusts me right at that moment. How could she know 5 years from now I'm not going to just turn into, you know what I mean, Johnny Werewolf and go crazy?
Shit, the next day you could be that.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. I'm just losing a little bit of the faith in the fact that there's such a truth in the perfect relationship. Maybe I haven't met that person, but like as far as I've seen, like I've heard a lot of stories from men who have divorced after like 14 or 15, 16 years, and it wasn't nothing wrong with their relationship at 8 years. I mean, everything was great. They were buying a house and they moved out, and you know, but I'm not trying to be real dark. I mean, but I'm just being honest with this.
But it could be situations that happen that you just know, like, all right, this is not
short
meant to
right
happen.
here, Justin. Look.
Get those ones. Get those headphones.
Oh, you gonna switch them out?
Yeah. I go for it though, bro. What you saying?
I'm just saying, but you know, just because somebody is married for 14 years don't mean they were meant to be. You feel me? Sometimes you just hit that point of lying to yourself and just, you know, being like, all right, being complacent. You feel me? A lot of people are complacent at a job. You hate that job, but this is all I know. So that's how marriage can be. That's how life can be, relationships, even living at home.
But are you selling yourself short?
Yeah.
I'm about to say, it always comes down to one thing, a choice, man.
But
we all have a choice.
In those relationships, though, it's hard to say, I'm going to leave my wife with our kids in this big house or in this happy home, but I'm pissed off every day. You know, this isn't what I want. It's hard to leave that because now I'm breaking her heart, breaking the kid's heart, destroying, you know, A, B, C, D. But now you're settling, you know, not for your own happiness, but for what you know is like, okay, this is my norm.
I'm gonna speak from my point of view on this. I always have to choose myself first. I choose happiness. I have to. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like that'd be breaking like the American dream, but I would have to break that American dream to keep myself and my mental health, you know what I mean, functioning to keep that dream even going.
And that's what I said, after 14 years, that's why people do it. Because they're like, I can't keep living this life like this.
Yeah.
I feel like it's possible as long as the person is dynamic. And what I mean by dynamic is that they're constantly changing. So, not in a dramatic form, because you want them to be them.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, like, I feel like throughout time, if I date somebody, I don't want to be doing it and talking and acting the same way and being about the same thing a year, 2, 3 years later. Because then what is that person dating? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know. It's really tough. Like, and I think it's just a lot of thinking that needs to be done on this topic that our culture just not concern themselves
You
with.
got to remember, we're still learning ourselves. We are in our 20s. Man.
Everyone is.
We're at the beginning, believe it or not. I know we've been through relationships, but we're
people
still at the fucking beginning.
Stop talking about it.
What,
Think about that.
I think when I
people
succeed,
that succeed,
I'm
stop talking about it.
Because it's not real anymore. I think relationships is just something we're taught to believe. Disney movies.
That's my point.
You feel me? We're taught to, you got to find that perfect woman to be married to do like this ABC. But is that really reality?
That's my point, bro.
It's programmed into our brains from a young age.
Subconsciously.
Everybody's
so
different.
Don't know.
Some people do believe in that. Some people believe in having multiple partners. It's everybody. It's like
it's who you are.
It's who you are.
I feel like
each
each person brings such a dynamic feel. Like when you get around a new person and like y'all are like intimately around each other, not like sexually, but like y'all are talking and y'all are like right in each other's face and y'all like it's like whoa, that's different. Like when you get to another person, you know what I mean? Like so, I'm like, damn,
I love you. I just love you. That's what you just want me to fall in love.
Yeah, like
for real.
so, like, and then that happens, but then it wears off. You know why? Because you learn them. Not to say that you learn all of them. No, you can't possibly know all of a person, but you learn enough about that person so that the infatuation stage wears off. So what we were romanticized with, like you just described, that whole relationship thing, and you're just like, oh, and your cheeks are red, your hearts are in your eyes and shit, that wears off. So what I'm saying is that might wear off, and the person might not wear out of your life. What I'm saying is, why shouldn't that person be able to experience that ever again? Even if they keep that person in their life. You know? Like, you'll never get it back. It happened already. It was great, the honeymoon phase you had with that person.
I was gonna say the honeymoon phase.
Yeah, but, like, you're not getting another one unless this person goes and... no, you're not getting another one.
What if they come back? What if it's like it didn't work this time?
But no, that you're still with them. Do you get my point? Like, if you got with somebody for, like, 10 years... Like, your husband of 10 years is not going to do what Rico Suave in the club would do for you that night.
She ain't the right one.
That's why I'm telling you.
She for the streets.
She for the streets.
No, seriously. And now I see what that means. She/he, both, you know, this go any way. They for the streets.
But think about it. That's what I'm saying. How can we judge women if you're an item that's so sought after in 2020? You're, like, not an item. She said itemized. But if you're something that everybody wants, yet you choose not to do that, which is a great thing to do, right? But how can you fault a girl for failing on the fact that she took that moment to be like, all right, look, let me hit my DMs. They've been blowing up. Let me just, you know what I mean? Like that one time or that 2 times, you know what I mean?
I have to respect it to keep it moving. But see, that's why me right now, I'm more so I'm just cool with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to say I'm fucking everybody. I'm just cool. No, seriously, and I like it that way.
I'm about to say, you got to know what you diving into first.
I'm cool. I'm just cool. I'm like, hey, you know, kick, you know what I mean? Hey, I ain't trying to just let me just dive in with you, because you don't know what the fuck you just diving into. Be some sharks right there. You better look down in there first. All right, then you dive in.
What happened to the comments, man? Normally on live we got comments.
No, we don't got no comments today. It's too deep for them. For real.
They can't wrap their heads
They're like,
around
oh
it.
shit.
Relationships.
For real. That's why I love lifestyle. It feels good though. It feels like, hey, you go your own pace. You're not trying to hide anything from nobody and none of that shit. It feels pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Feels like very freeing. I got a question for y'all. This has nothing to do with anything. This is like about to shift it. Okay. What are the 7 wonders?
What you mean?
of the world.
Yeah, where are they? It's a question. I'm asking y'all. I don't know what this is.
Are you talking about the literal ones?
Yeah, I think he
Like-
means the ones
Like the pyramids.
The pyramids.
Damn.
What's the one with the monument with the
Taj
Okay,
Mahal, Mount
Taj Mahal.
Rushmore.
Which
Mount
one would you like to
Rushmore.
go see then?
the pyramids?
Yes.
You would like to see the pyramids?
That's the only one I can think of.
What
but-
about you?
Yeah, I would.
The Aurora Borealis one.
Hey, look him
Borealis?
up. Look him up. Look
Seven
up the
Wonders?
seven. Yeah, so then she could tell us. You feel me? But I think even regardless, I think it'd be the pyramids.
I looked up a few of them, and I did see the pyramids. You know, pyramids have like a lot of messages behind them. They say, and I really want to know what is that message.
Did
man?
you know the pyramids
never know.
align with the
The
constellation?
Yeah.
Constellations.
Yeah.
That's pretty
That's why they're
interesting.
and they're
built on.
perfectly aligned
I
at
think.
that.
But-
That's
but
why I'm
did
like,
you
they're
know-
It's based
intelligent.
off of astronomy and kind of astrology.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So like
Great
they
Wall of
used to
China.
be encapsulated in white stones,
maybe
limestone, and they
Yeah.
had a gold cap.
Huh?
They used to be encapsulated in white limestone, and they had a golden
Mm.
cap on the top of it.
That was on Discovery, and they showed it like that. And I'm like, why did they do that?
Yeah,
You feel me?
because that's what it looked like.
That's raw.
It's dope.
It was
Dude, imagine
water.
what that looked like when you were there, like when it first came out, or like when they first built it, or they didn't build that shit.
I'm about to say they
You know,
couldn't have
okay,
built
so
that shit.
I've heard the Sphinx itself. Speaking on the wonders, the Sphinx is, they say, is way older in building than we think.
Oh yeah.
So it's something like 12,000
Is that one of the wonders?
years.
And what's
That's
it
what they
called?
said with
Not
Egypt
2,000.
itself. We really don't know the age of these things. They said they.
They literally wiped
shit.
out our entire history in
Yeah.
there. There's
The
no
ancient
way to track
Indians
it.
of certain areas, I don't know. I would say.
Egypt
I
is
don't know where
deep.
to call it. To be, don't quote me on the exact location, but most of those ruins that the Indians that took them over, and they look like those Olmec ruins and like the stuff like that, where we're like, wow, those Indians, how did they build that with sticks? No, they didn't. They said they came there and those structures were already there from previous civilizations. You know what I mean? So that's pretty interesting.
I want to go to Egypt, but go ahead.
I was about to say, what's them 7 wonders?
It's naming like different ones. There's natural wonders,
They didn't change that.
All right.
and then
Did you put the 7 wonders of the world?
I was looking. Dang, I should have
Oh.
saved on my
there's, like,
Wikipedia.
different lists.
I did see Egypt though.
Like you said, the Great Wall of China. I think that's one.
Great Wall of China.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
Mhm.
You know, they talking about like reconstructing that. I heard.
Good.
Yeah.
It's about fucking time.
I don't know if they're gonna do it, but how do y'all think they
The Great
should?
Wall of China. That's
Yeah.
I think just keep it. That's they shit. You know what? Fuck it. Let them have it. Let's just build our own. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with building our own, but blow that bitch up.
You think-
I don't even
They
want to.
building our
I don't
own
want
what?
to see none of y'all white folk who was lied to us. You know, they lied about everything with their accomplishments.
Yeah.
So it's like, why have representation of anyone who is wicked? You know, in their motives. I don't want to see your shit. Even if I don't ever see it, I don't even want to know y'all up there.
I got a question.
You know, I agree. I feel you on that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you believe in good and evil?
Yeah, we just talking a little bit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both exist, and I think there's a gray area between them. I think they both also bring a different balance to the world. You can't have one without the other.
Yeah. Good answer. What do you think?
I just think it is. You don't know you're evil. You're just evil. An evil person might not consider themselves evil. It's what somebody
Yeah.
else puts the title on. So you're just being. If you're just naturally, this is just how you act and do. You might think something's wrong, but you really are just acting. You know, that's just how you move. You feel me? If I'm a healer and I'm touching people and helping them out and blah, 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 that's just what I do naturally. But if I'm this and then, I like to torture things and this is just what I'm doing, you feel me? You don't see anything wrong with that. You just are operating within your character. So I think there is a perception of good and evil, but I think both of them are just being.
Some people even think healers can be evil. Like with my profession, I'm a massage therapist, and I literally see it as healing people. But some people like, no, you just rubbing on naked bodies on your job or something.
Fuck
That shit
them.
don't read. Like what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
I don't understand. You know,
I
there's
block
different
people
viewpoints
like
to it. Yeah.
People always gonna say that shit. Fuck
It's
them.
like
that
it's like
energy.
ancient magic was a field that was broken down by science and technology slowly. So if you use an old term, a healer, but like that's effectively what they used to do. You know, stuff like massage therapy,
Reiki.
Reiki. You know, just stuff like that. And then really it was mind healing because they don't have any complex drugs to like be like, take this 3 times a night. You know, like no.
I find mind healing is the best though.
Mind healing.
Like a natural
There's a
healing.
healer.
Holistic healing. Is that
Holistic
better?
healing.
Holistic, that's better word.
But you do. You
Holistic.
give certain herbs and stuff. You feel me? Using earth and your natural, like Reiki, you have it within it, but you have to teach yourself and tap
I'll never
into
remember
it.
his name, dude. I know a guy who was
Natural.
traveling the world, and I don't know.
Justin Gaines.
Yeah, this guy
That's
for
right.
sure. But no, this guy was traveling, having seminars, having people sit down with extreme illnesses because he apparently fell off of a bicycle and had his spine messed up really, really bad. And what he did to fix it was he said he studied. Now, look, I'm just going off of what I heard. He said he studied the way his back worked, and he studied like the medical field in that area, and he meditated.
Justin, there's a spider next to you.
Oh my gosh.
Is it a big one?
No,
No.
it's below the flute to your left.
Okay, that's cool. You can kill it. You want to kill the spider?
Oh, they're good.
I don't want to kill it.
They're
Yeah,
good
I
luck.
don't be killing spiders.
They're good luck.
I'm below the way though. You know, I think I'm so used to.
Nyla's sick. She said,
You know what though? I think I'm so used to them.
Me
You
too.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd
Now-
have murdered that man.
am too.
I mean, now in my bed, that's different.
I like
Oh,
how
yeah,
both
you
of them
gotta go.
like,
No, literally,
oh,
when
you
I
gotta
was
go.
laying down in
The
bed,
spider's
one
gonna
on me,
get
I
me.
wanted to die.
Yeah, like you gotta go with spiders like that. I'm like, whatever. You know, I'm starting to reconnect with nature. I will kill some bugs though. I ain't gonna lie, but you know, usually when it's unnecessary, I try not to do it. You gotta remember that bug is a living thing as well.
yeah,
That's true.
For sure.
For real.
I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, why don't I kill Nina? Or that's my cat. Sorry.
I said,
Why don't I
oh,
kill
shit.
my cat?
I'm like, God damn.
All right, y'all. See y'all next week.
Why don't I kill my
I got a
cat?
few reasons.
But I'll kill a bug or I'll kill a rat. It's like why do they deserve to die more than my cat? You know?
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Everything has a purpose.
Not mosquitoes.
No,
Not
yeah.
mosquitoes.
No, they
They're
don't.
annoying.
I
man.
kill mosquitoes.
Or gnats. What do gnats do?
Like what the
Literally.
They literally just
They just.
They feed praying mantises. That's their food source.
Mosquitoes are
Really, gnats?
annoying. Like, leave me
Mhm. Praying mantis.
alone.
some good info. I had no idea about that.
Because
That's
they're
crazy.
so small. That's the only thing they can clamp
Like
onto.
krill to a whale.
Mhm.
Or plane.
What if you went to sleep and you were knocked out and there was a tarantula crawling on you? And somebody woke you up and say, bro, when you were asleep, something was crawling on you. Do you want me to tell you what it is?
No.
You would say no? Okay,
Yeah,
you wouldn't want to know?
Fuck yeah.
Anyway, we got a video to show you. Are you sure you want to see the
I'm
video?
positive.
I gotta go.
You understand?
y'all
I
wanna
will
know?
break everything in the room if if you get up a spider, you
There's
you
a
lay
treasure
down,
crawling on you.
a spider like a big ass tarantula, right? And then you get up
Uh-huh.
and you literally look down and you try and shake it off and it's holding on. I'm breaking everything. Freaking out like
Just take your shirt off.
So y'all wouldn't want to know if it's on you.
put it in my hair.
I
Thank
do.
You.
You would? You do? You would?
That's damn right. Cause
Hey,
I
you want to
ain't
see the
gonna,
video?
I'm not gonna sleep right at night. Cause I'm be like, nah, it was something on me. I don't know what the fuck it is. So, yeah.
My friend brother had one, and I used to always look at that shit like, whoa. I wasn't really scared of it, but if it came out that cage, I would have been shit. Like, think about it. Where do tarantulas come from? Like, y'all ever, like, let's say if y'all was walking through a jungle and y'all saw, like, a whole bunch of tarantulas and start running after you. For real. For real. You know how, like, they're birds at different places. Like, the tropical rainforest. There's some everything in there.
Yeah.
Is that where are tarantulas from? Like, where do you...
There's I'm about to say.
And where they from?
North America, the desert. They live in. There's desert tarantulas. There's
Really?
Yeah, I have
ones
no
out
idea about
there,
spiders.
yeah.
Y'all
See?
lost me.
I'm a
on this
big
time.
animal
Rainforest.
person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
It just depends on
What
what
about-
kind. And there's different sizes. You feel me? Like one could be this big.
So
And they're
what-
friendly. They're like really. They don't bother you.
All right, where are hamsters
What about
from
the
then?
poisonous ones?
That's the question.
Shit, a rat.
I think hamsters were made inside of a lab.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Okay.
to sell them because they're cute. You know, like we can mix
Genetically
this with this.
modified
Probably
rats.
gerbils.
Yeah.
Yeah, like y'all really like walk outside. Oh, a hamster. You know what I mean?
No, you don't ever see hamsters. Like, where the fuck do you
Oh,
find
let's
hamsters?
go hamster. And, I asked somebody that question on some fresh shit, and I was like, wow,
You was high as fuck thinking about
but
that.
ain't it real though?
Yeah, that's some real shit. Like you just don't see
Like the way
hamsters
you
running
see a
around.
chipmunk or squirrel running around. You ain't gonna see no damn
Hamsters.
Like, oh, let's go another hamster. You know what I mean?
Hey, you should say that one day. You see that hamster run by? Like, what hamster, nigga? What?
No, for real. So y'all believe theirs made in a lab? It's like a lab,
Do
right?
you guys believe that animals go someplace after they die?
Oh yeah.
It's energy.
Yeah, I believe it.
Where? Like
They
what?
have
Do you think they
spirits,
would like
souls.
reoccur? I think
Yeah.
animals would
Mhm.
reincarnate. Why not?
I think everything has the ability if you choose to.
Yeah.
Oh, you think reincarnation is a choice?
Because you think you chose your parents when you came here. You chose the lifestyle you was gonna live.
I
Like,
did.
Your higher.
Hey, I'm
sounds
like, you
deep.
telling me
Okay, explain to us why.
Right.
Go
Like,
ahead.
because there's certain things like karmic. You gotta break karmic cycles. So you know, okay, I'm born to this family to learn this, to go experience this. You know your whole life before you come here. Tapping into your higher self, you have all knowledge. You know all things. So you chose to do this. You chose to come on Earth. Just like you chose to wake up.
So I
You-
chose to be broke.
Yeah, I mean,
Actually,
but you
be
do.
real, yeah. To be real.
That's
But, I
all.
mean, but to find the way to being successful in your own life, and just think of the time that you're born in. You're in the age of Aquarius when things are being rebuilt, where new sciences are being implemented, new spiritualities.
Renovation.
Like we came in a point when things are changing. You woke up today. You could easily choose. I'm gonna kill myself right now. So, but you're choosing to wake up. That's your choice.
Well, that's
even
just
though you're-
because she doesn't know what's on the other end of that door.
Exactly, but who does? Christians don't. Nobody knows what's on the end of that door.
Yeah.
That's something science. Nobody can ever say, "Oh, this was happening when you die."
Facts.
Like, you're literally not gonna know
Facts.
until you die.
Until you die.
Facts.
You feel me?
And
What
this
are
is
angels
why
and spirit
all
guides?
religious pursuit is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, but believe it or not, I feel like if without that pursuit, what is everything? Like I just described, the whole
Everything.
space thing where it just goes out. You know what I mean? As far as possible, as far as there is no direction once you get so far out, right? So what is left if you don't have religious belief? You know? Like I feel like religious belief is the thing that is like rooting. You know, like if you don't have religious belief, I know people who don't have religious belief, and they are much less rooted people than the people who are. That not to say that anything's wrong with them.
Mhm.
They just live their life in a much faster way than somebody who is rooted does.
So when you say religious and being rooted, like you talking about Christians, Muslims,
All of
it. Okay, so why wouldn't a person who isn't? Because I met an atheist and very rooted. He opened me up to new perspectives with a lot.
Was he rooted or was he freer?
I
What I
mean-
mean by fruit, let me define rooted.
Mm,
In a specific line of behavior.
mm.
So like a Christian is going to behave in a specific way because they are told to behave in a
But how
specific
many act like that?
This is what I'm saying. The belief, the belief isn't defined by the action.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so just that people couldn't hold their shit together doesn't mean that the shit wasn't supposed to be together. You know, so what I mean is like if a person were to follow Christianity or whatever religion they choose to a T, I feel like they have a deeper sense of purpose than somebody
Who doesn't?
who doesn't. Now, not to say that it's not possible. I mean, there are people who find great purpose. But what I'm saying is if you don't have anything after you die, like, did you know, like, the truest version of Satanism is believing that there's nothing beyond this. Is believing that after you die, that's the end of brain activity. You just go back to dirt. You never existed anymore. Like, that's it. There's no spirit realm. There's no ghosts. There's no nothing. That's 666. That's like
How does that
Satanism.
make them more rooted or grounded than somebody else, though?
I didn't say that made them more grounded. I made them less rooted.
But at
The
the same time,
Satanism?
so what
Yeah.
about before Christianity? Because Christianity is pretty babyish compared to most spirituality.
Well, I'm not
practices.
talking about just Christianity. I'm
Well,
talking
saying
about
more-
religious.
I'm saying religion.
Religion has been there
is
since
something-
the very beginning.
Yeah, but there was people who were in all across the world who weren't religious. They were spiritual. You feel me? They weren't reading.
But that's
up to-
religious. Spiritual is religious.
Religion is something you're taught, like a book.
It's an
Yeah,
organized religion.
It's an organized.
Rules written down.
Spiritual-
Well,
Spirituality
we
is
can
something
use that
common.
term then
Yeah.
to change it up. But what I'm saying is spirituality is something beyond
Mm-hmm.
this. Like my hands, like
Yeah.
there's something going on else. than
Okay,
this.
that's why I had the issue because I'm like being religious.
Not religious.
is-
Yeah, change the term. What I mean is any type of spirit realm, afterlife,
okay.
whatsoever. Satanists don't believe that. That
Mhm.
doesn't exist. We need to take care of each other here. That's their whole spiel. So it's like,
Is
I
there not
don't
truth
want to
in
be
it?
that.
But
is
isn't that
there-
truth in a sense?
I don't want to believe it. I can't find any evidence otherwise.
But I would say if we only have the now,
But you know what I mean? That's the sad part. That's the part that's distracting and very, very, very
Now it's
destructively
all we
painful.
have.
Is that you can't test anything without. So, for instance, most religions say, or not most, but some religions say, don't use psychedelic drugs. Don't use. But to me, I feel like psychedelic drugs is like one of the only like ends a person has into that realm. You know, you being a very experienced naut, you know, or psychonaut. Yeah, I mean, you should know like that situation where you're like, okay, now I've transferred planes. Like there's more going on here. So I feel like in my experiences that I've seen that there's a lot more to this. But then I've also had other experiences where it feels like there's a wall. I can call it the wall, like in a way. It's like certain acid experiences where we'll like be like my friend was in front of me and we're in my room. We're like, let's go outside. And right before we made that decision, we both had like a wall moment where it was like, are we ever going to go outside? And our perception of time just went boom, like into the ground for a second. And it was like, this moment just happened forever. It happened with this man too. Like my first time ever doing a psychedelic. We'd had a conversation and he talked to me about something that happened far in the past. I tried to remember it. I couldn't call the memory. But since the thing messes with your perception of time, I was like, dude, how long have we been talking about this? It felt like we had been there for like 20 years.
Because time didn't matter.
It was
Only
like,
matters that moment.
yeah, dude.
Because you could have a long day, but it only been an hour, and you'd be like, God damn! Especially at work.
This is the
You feel me?
longest 4 hours of my life.
You'd be like,
I
what the
screamed.
fuck?
Time is not real, and I screamed that, man. While I was on that 18-day trip across United States, I had no agenda, no nothing. Time
That's when
was
you free.
nothing. I was
That's
free.
freedom. Yeah.
And when that little taste of it right there changed my whole
Because you want
life.
that reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing anything for it, too. I don't care. I'm getting it.
Yeah,
I'm living
I
it
feel
now.
That's a
But
dope
yeah.
way to live reality. That's what I say. Like, so but the point, like, with the religious thing or the spirit thing was, if that be the case, I don't believe that having a spiritual belief harms anything. Think about it. If it is true that there is nothing, like they say, then if you had a spiritual belief until nothing consumed you, then you lived a fuller life than somebody who didn't, in my opinion. Or that's what I want to believe. You know? Like,
Especially if you can be a religious person that's open-minded to different viewpoints.
not even religious. I'm talking about worrying about that subject at all. Like somebody who meditates is a spiritual person in the sense I'm talking about. Because they can sense that they're living in this consciousness. Or like living in this realm with their own consciousness. No. Everybody's like,
That is.
It's like
Yeah,
a
it's a
mind
mindfuck.
Yeah.
yeah, I think about this crazy shit all the time, and I don't know. Sometimes it racks my brain where I'm just like, why do I even care? But if I stop caring, what matters?
Exactly.
You know,
Do what
if you don't
matters
ask
to you.
Mad
the
existential
deepest
crises.
question.
You know, you really got to do that. You have to expand your mind, man. I like to read about this stuff a lot. You know what I mean? That's stuff. Why am I reading this? But I'm like, you know, why doesn't it matter? I like reading it. So, yeah, if you like to get into that shit, fuck it. Get into it. Philosophy studies. What is it? Is that
I got
it?
some
Philosophy?
friends that we literally get on the phone about this shit and just be like having the most serious conversation for no reason for like 2 hours at 11 o'clock or
It's
something.
probably something for you to discover, to share to others like you just did.
It's inspiration for living life, in my opinion, because if
Yeah.
you have these conversations, when you wake up the next day,
Mhm.
you're like, you have a new lease on why you're doing things.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, people telling you need money and all of that type of shit is not really a catalyst to make you get off your ass.
Yeah.
What makes you get off your ass is that you have found something within
Mhm.
purpose, you know, like deeper purpose behind why you have to do this menial task today. Like, why do I have to get up and go and help people at a retail store or if wherever you work, you know, or for me, deliver to people? It's like, why do I do this? Because I want to get to that. Why do you want to get to that? Just keep asking yourself why, and you'll find your purposes behind it.
100%. What's your why? But you got to eventually realize what is your why.
You'll never. You can
Huh?
just keep doing it. You can keep doing it
Really?
forever. Yeah. Why do I have to get up for work? Oh, because I want money. Why do you want money? Because I want to have nicer things. Well, why do you want nicer things?
Because capitalism.
Do you find there's ever,
you know, and you
but
just
do you
keep
find
barrel
ever
rolling.
a point though that you just be like, I'm not looking for my why. This is my why. You know what I'm saying though?
And that's what I think that is enlightenment.
Yeah.
That's why the people who are close to enlightenment are people that just sit in a temple by themselves and sweep one floor every day.
I don't want to do that.
You know,
But
monks.
yeah,
A
yeah.
monk. Those
Yeah.
people are the happiest people, though. When you talk
I
to
don't
a
want
monk,
to do that.
I'm with you, brother. I'm like,
I'm-
Justin, you doing what?
I'm cool.
when you talk to a monk,
like, yeah, I holler at you.
Hey,
he's
man,
like,
I'll come with
he's
you.
it's like he's got his coat, he's got his orange coat. He's like, hello, what can I welcome you in? Just the
I
happiest
respect
man.
them though.
I respect it.
But you
feel
know,
me?
that's their
Do what
form
you
of
do.
enlightenment, though. You know what I mean? Everybody has different
He's like,
form.
nigga, my form of enlightenment on a boat.
For real, on a boat, just out of here. You know, I really realized that I'm really one person, like, with the world. You know what I mean? I love Cleveland. I always love it here, but I just like being other places.
The attitude
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah.
I tell you that much. That's the best part about traveling.
Yeah. And you know, when I pulled in yesterday, I flew in yesterday. I was like, "Oh, I'm back in Cleveland." I was like, "Oh," and that hit me. I was like, "Oh my
Oh,
God,
where did you
did
come
that just
from?
yeah? Where did that come from?" And I'm glad I thought about that. That means time
Did
to
you
make
ask
some
him
changes.
where he came from?
Oh, you asked? Oh, where I came
But you
from?
were like on the road side.
Oh, my fault. I just came from Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was out there from last
That's
Friday
the
to
land
yesterday.
that everybody been speaking of.
It was great. I had a good time out there. It was beautiful. Good sunsets. I was on the beach.
This man is the defier of things. He literally went out there when it's the coronavirus central location. He was like, travel, let's go.
Yeah,
Like-
you gotta look on a deep level, man. I'm living in this. I said it since last year on the podcast. 2020 is gonna be my year of travel, and nothing's gonna stop me.
You did,
Nothing's
man.
gonna stop me,
Fucking
man.
did it.
I was like, you know, I got God with me. I got myself, and I'm out.
Do y'all think coronavirus is real?
No.
Just every day.
No, I mean, Corona is a real thing. It's been a real thing for years.
I just don't think it's like what they're saying.
Yeah,
it
the
is.
numbers and and even then, it's 1% of people dying, and I don't understand why people be tripping so hard. If only 1%
of the flu all the
yeah,
time.
all the time, but we're hyping up Corona.
Bullshit.
So.
I feel like it's
bullshit.
as lethal as the flu. Like it's as deadly as the flu. Honestly.
Yeah.
It's something big is
And
going to
you- or you
happen, though,
have-
y'all.
and you have
I'm
more
letting y'all know that right
chance of catching
now.
the flu than coronavirus, but they don't say that.
If you have respiratory issues, right, then you're in horrible danger of coronavirus.
I have asthma.
Asthmatic people are in danger with coronavirus. People with I can't remember the one that makes but it makes your fingernails round. It's a disease.
I've heard of it.
And like they like live for a shorter amount of time and stuff like that. I used to work with somebody with it, but those people are in danger because it's a respiratory thing that they're like little beads that go into each cell and like just lock themselves in. And then once they get in there, they start to eat the cell away. And then your body goes, oh my God. And it starts to try and fluid that area to snuff out the virus. And that fills your lungs up, which causes pneumonia. Right? Now, a person that is having a respiratory issue, has respiratory issues, they're going to get pneumonia instantly, and they're going to have it in both their lungs, and they're going to be filling up, and they're using the top part of their lungs to breathe. And that's why they say people tire out with coronavirus, and they put them on respirators because they cannot move their lungs. They're completely filled with fluid because their own immune system is like, whoa, trying to stop it, and it doesn't realize it's killing itself. So people like younger people, let's say 24-year-old girl who is not deficient in vitamin D, which is a huge thing, which is why black people are being affected more, right? So let's say a white girl, right, that just gets this virus, it's going to get in, and she might get a cough and like a sniffle and be like, whoa, I'm sick. And then after that, she'll be fine. Like, it won't even hit her hard. But like, we're deficient in vitamin D because we're northern black people, which means our skin automatically shields, I'm just making this number up, but our skin automatically shields 75% of the sun because it's built to do that. So we're built to do. So it blocks off some of our vitamin D. So we're deficient by a huge percentage. But like, you can take it and supplement, or, you know what I mean, to try and compensate for it. But that's why we're getting it at a higher rate, or anybody with toned skin. So Mexican culture also, you know,
We need some more sunlight.
need some sunlight. Yeah.
That's why I'm
Get
moving
your
up to
ass out
Cali.
the house.
That's why I say,
Yeah.
see, and
Get your ass out the
Yeah,
house.
that's why I'm
Niggas
about
want
to
to sit in the house all day.
But even where
Yeah,
we
man.
live, though, in Cleveland, we like get sun 3 months times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, very true.
Northern.
But that's why I
Way
tell
more
people, be the
susceptible.
fuck outside right now, nigga. It's hot out. I want to stay in
Stand
the house.
outside.
Sit outside. Read
Just
a book.
soak it in.
That's true. We want to complain about not having some, but that sun come up every day. You feel me? Get the fuck outside. If you know that's what's help beating it, get the fuck out there. So to me, that's your fault.
You know, speaking about sun, what is your essential and enlightening tips of the day?
Well, the word we got to do the word
shit,
of the way.
Go for it.
I'm gonna let you say it today. So the word of the day is
establish. Establish your life and get it together.
I need that. I felt that.
Yes. Well, just quick question, and it could be one word. What are you trying to establish within this lifetime?
Oh, you're starting with me.
Yeah, we'll start this one.
I'm trying to establish spreading peace, spreading love, and connecting with others to try to bring positivity and a change in the world. I feel like this world lacks that, so and I have a lot of it to give. So I'm trying to establish that.
Give it.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. What about you, child?
Oh, it's on me.
Yeah, it's on you.
Money.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Final answer.
Financial freedom.
Yeah,
That
you
money.
say nothing else.
Tomorrow
Money.
you will wake up with an abundance of money
Hey.
from unknown sources. That's what I mean.
The sugar daddy. The sugar daddy of all.
I sent you a
sugar
little
daddies.
something. Check your email.
Don't forget about me. What about y'all?
I would say contentment. So I don't really want to be. I mean, if that's what it takes for me to be content, wealthy, but whatever point I get to where I'm like, this is it, I'm just happy. Then I really don't feel like going for like much higher heights. I'm not there yet, but when I get there, that's where I want to be.
Speak it into existence when you get there.
Yeah,
That's good. What I'm looking to establish is very good question right there. I don't know. Every feel like I'm at where I'm supposed to be at. I'm be 100% real. I have everything I need now.
All right. So what would you manifest?
Man, well, I would manifest.
So you wouldn't manifest a perfect girl out of nowhere.
I mean, that's cool, but I know I'm gonna get that. You know, right now I manifest honestly to live off what I'm doing. Of course, I'm finding a way to travel and do all this stuff and be free. I get it, but to actually, live it, not just I saved up, now I can go travel for 18 days to actually live it though. You know, like that's it. Like right now, we get paid for just doing this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm manifesting. Money from happiness though. You know. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Simple.
Mine is actually just my establishments. Whatever I create, whatever I put my mind to, allowing my creative abilities to just flow, and then, like you said, be self-sustained off of that shit. If I want to go to wherever the fuck, I can just go. All right, y'all, I'm leaving for a while, and then it just be okay. You know, helping others, make sure everybody else is established within their own. Investing in people, I definitely want to establish that within myself, to have financial stability, to be able to invest in your dreams and bring about change within your reality, so then you can help the next person as well. So
let's be real. We trying to get to that money.
Oh yeah, like it ain't no game.
You know, I used to be like, you try to feel like I don't want to say I'm about the money because that sounds bad. Fuck that, I'm about the money this year. No, for real, dead ass. You know, they always make it. That's a sin. I don't give a damn. I'm getting all the money.
Because you blocking it off if you don't want it.
Yeah,
you say, I don't want
feel
no
like
you
the
broke.
most happiness can still only be found in the right situation with the right people.
That's true, but I need that money.
But like,
That's not happiness.
But I think, you could have the money, but like I'm saying, like, for instance, let me give you an example. If I love cars, all right, that's my bread and butter. Okay, ain't nothing to me like a nice brand new car, you know. So like, if you get if I'm buying a brand new car and I'm with my girl and I'm calling her to tell her, oh my God, look, I just got the right. And like when I get to pick up the phone and she's like, you know what, I'm done with you. Fuck you. You know what, fuck this. Fuck everything. I'm leaving. And she packs her shit and go. I'm not gonna give a damn about my car. I don't care how much money I have. Do you get what I mean? And think about it. Or if you lose a family member.
But why is that your source of happiness? Is another person?
Well, or else it would be a piece of metal.
I mean, but that metal sticking with you for that time being.
Hey, like, nigga, you better love that metal.
Yeah, hey, that metal right there. You get behind the wheel, you like, you know what? I am a little happier.
I feel like is that you just. My point is, you should surround yourself with people that you trust, so that when you do get your money in your situation, that you're not just the only one standing there in the center of it. You know what I mean?
Like
Because
that.
not just Justin, I'm talking about in general.
Yeah.
You're like,
I thought you were talking to him. Like,
Oh,
he ain't
yeah.
like that.
nah.
I'm out the money. I'm be real. I'm a
No, Justin got plenty of connections. I'm talking about
I mean-
anyone who just
anyone.
perceives money as the goal, you know?
Yeah, no, that should never be your goal.
Yeah.
Even celebrities talk about that. Don't let money be your goal, because
I'm telling you, man. That's where I'm
speaking.
speaking from. Those people's stories. Those rich people like Jim Carrey. You can listen
I don't
to
need
his
to be
story.
balling out of control. As long as I'm content, I can have $10,000 for the rest of my life. You feel me? As long as it's 10,000, I can get where the fuck I gotta go.
Yeah,
do what
you
I
can
gotta
do
do.
what you
As
gotta
long as
do
that
there.
10,000, I'm straight. Like if I spend 10,000, all right, it's back
You know
in
what?
that.
My
bitch. I'm
number
straight,
like
yeah.
that would probably be like 100K.
I mean, yeah, I want to
what, no,
ball
I
out,
know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
imagine if you had 100K.
Yeah, just
You
something.
pretty much would be
You
good.
do anything.
There's nothing in the world that you that's not like a ridiculous.
Yeah, unless
Like,
you're just trying to buy islands.
Yeah, a
and shit.
Lambo, brand new
Yeah,
2020
I
Lambo.
want a 1.5
I beg to
mil.
differ. 100K, I will blow that in a few months, man.
Oh.
You like just what happened to that?
That's my big dream.
I got more coming in tomorrow.
100K.
I'm about to go on tour.
Y'all see
Let
me
me-
give me
let
a
me borrow
normal
it.
house. Like I'll be like, I got 100K, so I'll put this rent. I'm never gonna play rent, and I'll just have a normal job, like where I'll do what I want to do. But then whatever I want to do, I won't have to worry about whether it's paid for or my shit. Like I'll just use it to pay my like house off and shit.
Yeah, like my aunt told me when I was young, because I said I wanted money. She was like, money is what you make it. She was like, don't let that be the goal, because she said, if you always got $100 in your pocket, you somewhat rich. She said, as long as you can do what you want to do, you're rich. As long as you can
Speaking.
travel how you want to travel, you're rich.
Duh.
She said, people think money is such, like, you need hella of it, but
Bro.
as long as shit is paid off, as long as you can do what you want to do.
Do you
and be
want
sustained,
some perspective?
Yeah.
Go to India. All right?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not talking about those people, but what I'm saying is people over there will work an entire work day. I mean, hard work, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. for $4 US.
Oh, yeah.
And this is like every day for them. Sometimes the guy, I can hear his voice like saying it. He's like, sometimes we don't make any money, but we just got to come back out. I'm like, bro, I can't live that life. Like I get disappointed in a work day if I'm short of $100 a day. Like I'm like, oh my God, what did I do today? Like, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, man, like to think that people have that amount and they're happy. Like you look at them and they got their family. They're like, yeah, we're living it up. And you're
This
like,
is more than just money.
yeah, that's my point.
It's just
Get
the
that
core.
money, y'all.
It's- Yeah, get that.
Jay
but-
Gaines gonna tell y'all get that. No, for real. No, y'all gotta tell him to get this money right now. I'm serious. Y'all gonna see what I'm trying to say 5 years from now. This
No,
is
I
time to
get
get
it.
that
I
money.
agree.
I mean, get it, but also have some core values.
Yeah, you
'Cause
don't
if-
just be a slut with the
you'll
money.
just be another little Uzi or whoever just blowing it, and you're not sustained. Because moneyness doesn't equate to happiness. It never will. You have to be happy.
I found
Yeah.
that out, bro. I
That's
got my
fact.
dream cars right now, all of them.
Yeah.
Everything that when I was 16, I was like, nothing on the screen over. I own,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what's next? Like,
Yeah, you're always looking for
then when
something
I
else.
get older and I have the bigger dreams now, like let's say I want a 2015 this, that, or the third. Or I
Money.
want my own house, something, whatever. Then you see, you got your own yard. You already there. But look,
No, it
if
used to
I
be.
you said what?
We'll talk about it after.
Oh, but look. If once I get there, I know that's not going to be the thing that makes me be like, oh, this is it. I know that's going to be like the situation I get.
Mm-hmm.
You need
Yeah.
some pussy. That's what he's saying.
Yes, you're absolutely
It's
right.
on the real.
My
That's all he's
Instagram.
saying.
No,
Shout yourself out.
No, for real. Shout yourself out, man.
at Wavy Adrenaline.
You know, yeah. I think it's time to go ahead and get fried.
Yeah.
All right, it's about that time. We're going to go ahead
You
with
good? Go
the
for
quote
it.
of the day. An unexamined life is not worth living, by Socrates.
Yeah.
And your essential and enlightening tips. Actually, it's a question today. Whose beliefs are you living in? Ask yourself that question. Whose beliefs are you living in? And that is your essential and enlightening question of today.
Are you living in your belief?
Now I am. Yeah, now I am. I can say
That's
that,
true.
yeah.
I can say that.
Yeah.
I can say I did live a long time in like
Your family.
worrying about other people's total opinion. You know, like you're just like, oh, I just want like not even that it matters to you like that, but your goals are in line with theirs. Which then you realize after you attain whatever it is that they were wanting, it wasn't for you. You're like not happy.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
I believe you are right about that. Man, I am slumped right now, though, y'all.
It's about that time.
I'm about to get some food after this. Where y'all about to eat after this?
My bed.
Oh, y'all ain't about to get a late night dinner?
I have food at home. I can order nothing.
Dang. Well, I'm about to eat some steak. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Before we get off the air, though, where can they find y'all at on social media, Instagram, all that stuff?
If y'all just can't get enough of me, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at LUV2_Marie.
That sounds cool.
Bars.
Yes, my queen, _.
On Instagram?
On Instagram.
All right, bet.
I'm about to follow you now.
Well, thank you, Justin.
Yep. Oh, thanks for coming on the show, by the way. Today we kind of start the show off as is, but shout out to Queen. She came on the show today. She joined us.
Thanks for having
Hey.
me, guys.
Be sure to sign that board before you go right in the back corner
Oh,
over there.
okay. Yeah, I'll put my chicken scratch on there.
Yeah, tell them. What about you, D? How can they reach you? You know, for the ladies, get you some
At
booty.
Wavy Adrenaline on Instagram.
He been posting videos too. Check him out.
Yo, check them out. Their dance videos are really good.
Man, he say he
Share it.
He say he
Share
posted
it.
4 a day.
Oh.
Share
Check
it.
them out.
Not 4, but share
4 a
it.
day.
Not 4. I don't want to spend my life
4 a
editing.
day. No, but that's cool though. That's cool.
Like my whole life.
That's cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Shout out to Nyla.
The couch pillow girl. Yeah.
All right, for
Our
sure.
biggest fan.
For sure. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for watching or listening to Lavish Journey podcast, where we create, inspire, and spread.
Greatness. Peace, y'all.
Post with a picture. Macaroni salad.